Hello and welcome to Roll Call!
Roll Call!
Sound like you were like a really bad, like, I don't even know. It wasn't quite anything.
I feel like it was kind of the start of like the
Okay,
Roll Call!
So, welcome to tonight's episode of Roll Call, where hopefully our heroes will survive.
Well, that's what we say every week.
Yeah, but this time it has a little bit more meaning to it. So, before we get into it, there's not as many announcements, so I'll pass it on to Tristan.
Last week, Monday, Play Session was posted on YouTube. Wednesday was Attention, talking about furbolgs. Yay,
The
furbolgs!
monsters in the woods.
The hidden terror.
You came into the wrong tree line.
The tree brutes. The bouncers of the woods. And then Thursday was Roll for Bluff, and that brings us to today. So then next week will be this play session on YouTube. Wednesday will be nothing, because again, detentions are bi-weekly, and depending on how tonight's goes, Roll for Bluff will be Thursday, and Friday will be play session again.
So, with that being said, where we last left off, our faithful adventurers had spent time with Ezra, the adopted daughter of Father, the individual who ran the church and the religious side of the town, and had informed him of informed her of everything that had happened with Father, with Brother, with the town, had helped in kind of a loving ceremony, and were a part of sending everyone who was lost in the battles off to the sea, and watched as they became part of the natural order of the ocean. And then immediately decided, this is too peaceful and nice. What do we do if we go to a bar and have a grand time, where Chet met the ongoing form of his uncle, Aggie, or Agnesis as he's called now, in a war-forged body. After an evening where everyone had left Solomon alone, due to individuals from learning from the past and a date gone decent, didn't go great. It didn't went decent.
It happened. It was just a thing.
The group awoke Sorn in a new
Appearance.
One eye glossed over blind with runes etched into his skull. Had a wonderful morning trying to prepare and get ready to leave for the day, since the sun ship will be fully powered by mid or late day. Chet and Morena decided to go about town to see what they could find in the last day there, and were enticed by a box of seemingly mysterious origin that they could not quite place. Morena wanting to investigate further, and Chet wishing to not disappoint Morena further. Took the box to an abandoned home that had been destroyed as part of the recent events, and attempted to fully understand more about the box. And in a haste to see what was inside, unleashed what was being held captive in it. To which they responded with closing it, holding it real tight, and taking it to the church to inform Ezra and Nevkul what they had done. Chet prepared the blight spell as he placed the chest outside in a small backyard area. And what they saw coming out of the box was a figure that Chet had only read about. A caloric quarry. A part of the plane of dreams, but not the nice part of the plane of dreams. The bad part. The part where nightmares come from. And this, if it had to be a nightmare being, this was the nightmare being. with its many astral eyes sinking in darkness with a red cloud of what they can hope to be mist around it.
It's just blood.
With its bug-like eyes, pincers, and praying mantis-like claws with a snake-like body hovering in the air. It's where we landed last session. It's where we'll be jumping in tonight's session. So, Solomon and Soren. We'll start with you guys. Solomon is following your lead. He trusts that you know them a little better than he does. So, you guys were running about the town in an attempt to find them.
Let's see. See, I have to think of what he would think of, because my brain's going, what would Cal do? Like, wait, no, he's not worried about Cal.
What would Chet do? What would Lorena do? Solomon's just like,
yeah, Cal was easy. Find bar.
Yeah. Well, I guess with Chet, he'd be looking for more magic, I guess. So, I guess he would sort of be running through town, seeing if he could find anything that looks like it would have been a magic shop.
So roll me an perception check. Roll me a perception. And I will roll for Solomon.
That's a non-natural 20.
Okay. Non-natural or in the end. Yeah, non-natural 19. Yeah. So you both are looking around and you notice guards standing outside of a shop and you read it quickly and it is Miss Cherie's shop.
Oh no.
So there are two guards standing outside.
So Soren will kind of, I guess, jog over to them and be like, "Excuse me, fine sirs, have you happened to seen our cohorts of the one in the hat and then the young, pretty one?"
the smaller two guards. Yeah, they looks over. We kind of let them in, and they ran away with stuff.
I don't know.
We thought it was payment. Please don't tell anyone.
I have no desire to tell anyone anything about that extravagant adventure. I'm more of looking for the location.
We don't know.
You didn't say which way they started.
Nope, we just know that when we were here and walked away, they went in, and we came back, they were gone.
Can Solomon cast locate object?
Yeah.
On Chet's hat.
Not a bad idea. So, with that spell of locate object, he is going to...
So I just pictured that Soren's tying the guards and he's just about...
He's like, wait a minute.
Wait.
He was here.
He said hat. I know what that hat looks like.
I don't know if it's close enough, but he's going to cast it anyway.
Within 1,000 feet?
Yeah.
He attempts to and does not ping.
Gotcha.
They're not within 1,000 feet, so I don't know where they'd be. In trying times, I like to pray, so
I'm gonna do a survival check to see if I can see it, recognize any tracks and direction from coming out of the shop.
Go for it.
It is... Oh, that's +4, so not natural 20.
No. As you look around, you're like, okay, and you look around and there are people walking about, so you're like, there are too many tracks.
Well, I meant specifically coming out of the door of the shop.
But there's nothing, even from there, there's too many people crossing by on the various roads and everything, trying to reconstruct the town. Large boards are being dragged across the ground, so any sense of it is kind of like, that lasts for 10 minutes, so whenever they get close enough, I will ping Solomon.
Okay.
What's more than 1,000 feet from? Is there anything that I can go? Okay, what's more than 1,000 feet from here that would be possibly a destination?
You would know Mayfire Residence, the ancient temple, the church, the religious curio shop.
I wouldn't go there. They have no reason to go there. This is Soren thinking out loud.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, they have no
Probably
reason to go to
like-
the curio shop. They don't want to shop.
Hey guys, chat, Miranda,
Do I hear that?
guys.
Do I hear that through the bracelet?
Oh, you do, yeah.
Okay, I'll respond.
And we'll immediately. So in front of you. Let me just bring this up. Let me just.
And for the record, I didn't do that again because you had stopped responding. So Soren's like, she's not talking. So shit, I gotta figure out a different way of finding them.
And the most Final Fantasy-esque stuff. As you now stand out in the back with this thing in your brains. What have you done?
Would this trigger blight?
If you consider it an act of aggression.
Because I've read about it, so I'm kind of know that it's...
It has its own wants, needs, desires. You don't know
Okay.
if that includes eating you.
Gotcha.
But,
Because I remember you specified an act of aggression.
yes.
That's right,
So
I
it's
did.
like
I
you
said
act of
if it
aggression.
acts hostily.
Mhm.
Yes, okay.
So he's just looking at you. What have you done?
Open the box.
In your brains.
Criminal.
And that is right about when you get the call.
Yeah?
It's going to look directly at Miranda.
We let you out unintentionally.
So my master is dead.
Was Miss Terry your master?
Yeah.
So what killed Miss Terry?
We did.
I thought that was... No,
Was-
sorry, never mind, yeah.
You're thinking of brother?
It doesn't seem like it was a relationship that could have benefited you if you were trapped in the box.
You are correct.
Well, no, you don't have to worry about Miss Terry anymore.
Who are you talking to? As one of its spectral eyes comes over and looks at you up and down.
I assume in response,
I
you
feel
hear Solomon
invaded.
go, "Where are you at?"
Yeah, Solomon's gonna go, well, like, where are you guys at? You okay? I'm running.
The church?
He just goes, ha!
Like shoulder bump. Church.
As they begin running. You just hear, alright.
I
So,
was debating whether
it will take a few turns to get there.
Yeah, figured.
Is there, maybe we can help you get home, or...
Roll persuasion. We'll see if this thing even cares.
My
Oh?
dice are carrying me on this one. It's only a 4.
Ooh.
You know nothing of home. And he's gonna... And like gently just come close to your face and come back.
But we can find home for you.
Looks around.
This seems like good home.
You are good.
Well, thank you. That's quite a compliment.
Coming from a being such as yourself.
How old are
I
you?
hear that every night.
I mean, I'm kind of young, like 30. Is that important?
And roll initiative.
Ha!
Okay.
Blight goes off.
Like
You see him begin to, instead of being close, he goes, and like the arms come out and point.
Okay.
All
So
right.
he needs to make a con save 17,
Gotcha.
and I think he takes half, regardless.
Okay, you said con save?
Yeah, 17.
Oh no, honey.
He succeeds.
Oh no.
Was it a 1?
E.
Hold on. I will put in that.
You last.
Just means I get more of an opportunity to deliver the finishing blow.
That's a positive way of thinking about it. I appreciate that optimism. The optimism that you got going right there.
Just give me the total.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I will quarter it.
Damn it, shut up.
I'm telling people at home, not you.
Trying to math!
We should bring calculators.
Math's hard.
So Solomon, I will roll for Solomon's initiative. You need a roll as well.
It's gonna be 40.
20, so
And
10.
it's necrotic. Yeah.
10 damage. You see it hit, and it just goes. It just like Marina, you see this massive wave of blight hit it, and then it just kind of like unfazed.
My initiative, by the way, is 23.
Okay, hold on. I gotta roll for. Okay, so it's 13. And okay, 13.
Which is funny because if I hit first, I was gonna throw over the nickel.
Okay, what was yours?
16.
Okay, and you said what was Chet's?
23. You want to roll Solomon's?
I already did.
Okay.
Right now, what was yours? Oh, 1.
That was a nat 1. Basically, I'm waiting until they arrive.
Ezra, well, they're just gonna take turns.
Yeah.
So Ezra.
There you go, that's better.
Okay, it's a decent one. And then Nev, cool. Thank you for fixing that.
Well, it's more of I'm trying to make sure I don't see your tray.
What's your dex modifier? Or your initiative? What's your no? Wait, you rolled a nat 1. What's your initiative modifier?
Better.
+4.
Okay, so you are not going last. Oh, you're still going last. Sorry. Nev will
Yeah.
also roll a
What
nat
beats
1.
a nat 1?
But he got 1 better.
Gotcha.
Okay. So.
If I sit further, I definitely can't see that. Yeah.
Chet, you go first. Let me switch over everything.
Pew, pew.
So what are you doing?
I am going to cast Dawn. So it's a 30 feet, 30 foot, 40 foot high
Column.
column.
Where are you doing it?
I'm gonna kind of put it a little behind him so that it's not at risk of hitting us.
How long? I was
30 foot radius.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So you need to put it like back here.
Yeah.
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 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right.
Con 17 save.
Got it. With advantage. She has advantage on everything.
And he's gonna take half upon success.
Okay. I'm also going to roll a few extras for. It affects everybody in there? You can't choose?
Yeah.
Okay, these are for people outside.
Right.
Who's outside?
You said 17?
Citizens and
Yeah.
around the
Okay.
church.
Succeed.
Okay, so that's gonna be 29.
2 nat 1s!
Goodbye, citizens.
You just hear 2 people go, "Oh!" As you said, he takes 20. That's already halved or no?
29 radiant, but then halved.
Okay, so
He
we'll say
succeeded.
14.
And that stays, so at the end of its turn, if it's in the cylinder, it needs to make a saving throw.
Gotcha.
And then...
You just hear Ezra go, "What are you doing?"
I'm going to bonus action Mind Thrust. Needs to make an intelligence save, 17.
Success.
Okay. It's going to take half.
Gotcha.
So... It's 11, so it's going to take 5. And then... quarter.
2. You see it hit and it just goes like... It like You see one of its eyes, like, floating about, just kind of, like, slightly tilts, as if something was affected, but it wasn't truly affected. After that is going to be... Soren, there's your turn. Solomon, there's your turn. Now it's turn. Bad news is, Chet's the only thing that goes before it until you guys get there in 2 turns. So 1 turn, 2 turn, and on the 3rd turn you will enter in. You guys are going to
javelin.
It'll be the church. the next turn, get into the church. Turn after through the church, and then you'll be there. That make sense?
Yeah.
So.
Because from the direction we're coming, we can't see. Like we're not.
No,
on the
you can.
side
Yeah,
of
you
it.
cannot see.
I was sure it was one of those we could see this thing towering over the. Like, what the hell is that? That's probably the problem.
Nope. So it is going to Arcane Blast all 4 of you. Just
Okay.
4 Arcane Blast. Yay, 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 yay.
How much damage?
First it has to see if it hits. So
Evasion.
we're against Chet, hit.
Okay.
Morena. What's your AC?
My AC is 17.
Barely hit.
I should get some armor.
Well,
You got better armor than I do.
So if you're not wearing armor, that's how your thing works. Ezra
It's
has
my beauty
18.
that
That's
Blinds
probably
them.
better than most armor.
That'll
you
hit
can get anyway.
Ezra.
As a sorcerer.
Nevcool has 22.
As a sorcerer, that's probably better than most armor you can get anyway.
Hit. Okay, everyone gets hit.
I actually don't know what caused it.
Your dex. So if you up your dex when you level up.
So you just see the four of its eyes pop out and just pulse,
Pew pew.
like force damage towards you. And I'll go in the same order I did before. So, Chet, you will take 12 force.
Okay.
Rena, you take 10 force. Ezra will take 13. Nevcool will take 8. Wow, Nevcool got lucky.
He still got hit. If he was really lucky.
Now he cannot dodge that. As Ezra goes, Nevcool goes, Lady Ezra! That's its
It
turn.
needs to make a con save.
It's still in the.
Oh, I know.
I just didn't want you to forget.
No. It's good right there.
I'm gonna need all those 2 points I can get.
Succeeds.
Okay, so 22 halved.
I would say 11 more damage. Okay. Next is going to be Ezra.
Do I need to make a con save, by the way? It's concentration.
Oh, technically, yes, you do, because you got hit.
20.
Oh, you mean. It's not even, it's 10. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. So she is going to at...
Damn.
Wow. Way to go. It's going to, at 4th level, summon a spiritual weapon. As you see, a large spiritual book appears.
Stab him with the book!
And it's going to make its attack. So, where is that at? That barely hits. Da-da. That's max damage. So, 20 points of damage. As she... Here. Okay. For her main action... She is going to attempt to hit it with a guiding bolt. So if it hits, next attacker will have advantage if it hits. Dun dun! No. As it goes, its body becomes slightly incorporeal, and the guiding bolt can't get a trace on it as it shoots wide into the stone fence behind you. Next is Nevcool, who unfortunately has to get in close.
Monks, man.
So this is Ezra. That is Nevcool. He is looking at it, looking at Dawn, looking at Chet. Alright. And you see him just prepare to go in there. And he heads on in.
Curious. Seeing that he's headed that way, could I use my reaction to drop Dawn, or would that
It
technically be a bonus?
has to be a
Okay.
bonus action.
That's what I was.
So you see him just charge in, and he'll make his con save. Right?
At the end of his turn?
If it ends. his
Yeah,
turn,
let me double check that. Yeah, whenever it ends its turn. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was 5, 10, 15. Okay, so he still has a bunch of movement. So depending on how this goes, he might not need to do it. He could just get out of there. Okay. He's gonna just attempt to punch. First punch. Hits. Second punch. Hits.
Take this shadow.
24 points of damage.
Monks, man.
Okay. As he is going to then use his bonus action to step of the wind. Whoop. He's going to get in front and just be ready to go. Step of the wind allows him to disengage for free.
Monks, man.
They're so good. So, from there, it is now Miranda's turn.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna cast? Hunger of Hadar.
Okay, what's the radius?
It is range 100 feet, area 20.
So, okay, you're going to cast it like 5, 10, 15 there. If you want to do it where you can see, Dawn's back here and just cooking everything out there. People have seen it, and there's not, like, 2 people got toasted. But, yeah. Chet's like, wait a minute. So, depending on where you're casting it.
Just kill
some men. To hit him, but not be near us.
Okay, so...
So like right
So
behind
like right
it?
behind him, really.
Because that would be 5, 10, 15. It'd be like, it would end right in front of you.
So that's where it's going to end, right there. Right in front of you.
Or do you want to put it behind the fence
one
where you
behind.
can't see?
So it's right there.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to hit, yeah, so, okay. Luckily, it's in the area where no one is still going, but they just see a bright flash of dawn. People are like, oh my god. And then a mass of tentacles whipping around.
In the sunlight. This is the weirdest day ever, guys.
That is...
What does it need to
It's
make?
not starting its turn, though.
Well, it's...
Yeah, it's a dex save of 17.
Okay. Succeeds.
Okay. So, when it starts its turn there, it's gonna take 2d6 cold damage. And at the end of its turn, it needs to succeed the dex again.
Or
Okay.
take 2d6 acid damage.
Okay.
But nothing happens right now.
Okay. So it just and just is floating above like, huh.
Those are tentacles.
Neat. Top of the round.
Top of the morning.
He's about to get very angry.
Tentacles. I hate tentacles. They remind me of my tail.
What you doing?
Fireball. Right about where she cast the arms. It's 20 foot.
Light, tentacles, fire, wind, water, hot.
Okay.
Dex 17.
Succeeds. Dear Lord.
Ezra's just like, what the heck, guys? Just show up and cast a bunch of magic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That
6,
ground
7,
is going to be scorched forever.
Oh man, okay. I rolled a bunch of 6s and a bunch of 1s, so...
It evens out to about average damage.
Dear Lord.
28, 29, 34, halved, and then I guess quartered.
It's not. No. Does normally it's fire and takes fire damage.
Okay. So halved.
So 34 cut in half.
And
would
then-
be 17.
Yeah, and then going ahead and do the mind thrust, the intelligence save, 17.
Succeeds.
Okay. So it's gonna take 3. I already halved it. But it's psychic, so...
You halved it
Yeah.
and then quartered it, so it
Quarter
is
to
1.
1. Bing!
You're doing it. You're like, haha. Okay, I'm gonna beat your brain someday. Haha. And it's just like, what are you doing?
And then for my movement, I would actually like to move down 1 and then back to the far corner.
So there.
Yeah, so that way I'm not blocking the door, but I'm out of... Yeah,
Okay.
works for me. Just keep my hand full of D6s there.
Okay. Second turn. So
Mm-hmm.
Sworn Solomon, you're at the church.
Well, we're so far.
Because this is taking your movement and
Yeah.
action to dash there. So, its turn. Very unhappy
Yeah, bet.
with a specific somebody.
Ooh.
Stop throwing their
I wonder who is hit a lot with magic.
What? No.
As you see it lift and take off, and just hello.
Oh, it is gonna, since it started its turn, it's gonna take 2d6 cold.
So roll the 2d6.
And succeed the deck save, right?
That's at the end.
Oh, at the
Yeah,
end,
then
sure.
your turn.
6.
3. Yeah! This thing's like anti you guys right now.
Yeah.
All of our stuff does this. What up, friend?
What up, friend?
How you doing?
Not great right now.
For the record, Dawn is still just sitting there burning.
Yes, it is.
As it is going to now
See clearly.
okay. It's going to attempt to stab you twice with its hands.
It's stabby
Okay.
things.
Yes.
It's arm knives.
With its soul binding. It's literally what it's called.
My AC's 15. I don't count that mage armor room right now.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
Odds or evens?
Odds. Wait, no, evens. Cal was always odds. Chet's always evens.
All right.
Should have gone with odds.
It. End of the wall. Second attack. Hit. First one, so you're like, haha! You missed.
Poke!
As. Do I have enough over here? Yes. Tristan just looks out like, wait a minute.
No, I was making sure to look at you instead of
Oh.
like looking down at the
The,
trick.
the face you have is like, why are you picking up so many die?
No, I'm just really trying to make sure because with where I'm positioned right now, every time I sit up, I can see over the DM screen. So I'm really trying to focus on either here or your face. I'm trying to be a good player.
24
That could have been worse.
points in necrotic. Oh no, it rolled real low. It rolled a 10, a 2, 3, and 1.
Alright.
And it will use movement to incorporeal its hand and back up.
Okay.
It's the one bad part. Can't really get stuck anywhere. Ezra's turn. She is going to look at you. See that you took a huge chunk of damage. and is going to cast Gentle Repose, so you die.
Nice, thanks, thanks, bro.
She's going to cast Healing Word on you. Not healing, she can cure wounds. Let me make sure I'm doing her health thing right, because she has a health, she has a life domain.
She's a healy zeely.
Yes. Okay, so she's gonna regain health as well. Yeah.
It's a good way to keep your cleric alive.
Yeah, health domain, man. Life domain, man. So, third level, so she is going to heal 5 points of health, and you are going to heal. Pretty sure it's an additional 2 for you. Right. So you're also going to gain an additional 5 health from this automatically.
Okay.
So gain 5 right now, and I will roll
Okay.
the 3d8 plus 4 for you. $24 points.
Okay. Yeah, Chet feels much better now.
I'm gonna move this over here and attempt to whack it.
Book it!
Miss.
No.
Hiya!
You whiffed it.
Navkul's turn. Yeah, cure wounds, yeah. So for cure wounds, she did have to go over here for you. Haha!
Question, just to verify, to remind me, spiritual weapon doesn't count as for
No, you can totally go through.
flanking. Well, I was gonna say for
No.
flanking.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
think it did.
It's
but
not a person.
I just wanted
So
to
he's gonna try
verify.
a punch. Miss. Another punch. Hit. And then he's going to patient defense. So he's gonna dodge action if he has to. So he's gonna do 1 hit.
And deal 7,000 damage. He's dead.
One Punch Man.
No. He's gonna do 12. You guys are doing serious work with that. Your heavy hitter there. But Marina, you're up.
Yeah, I can't do what I was gonna do now.
More tentacles.
Everyone's kind of like right by, eh?
Exactly.
Run away.
Run away, run away. Yeah, everyone's right there.
It'd be a real shame if he was just like.
You could do that. You
Yeah, it'd be a real shame if you had that ability, huh?
might have to drop
I
Hunger
think I
of the
said
Dog.
it, 'cause I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
well, I'm
most of
gonna
these
have
ones
to
do.
anyway because it's all
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
It's not happening. So I'm dropping Hunger of the Dark.
Okay. If I keep the H
And-
around.
Adar.
The hunger of Hadar.
And I am going to throw.
You're just like,
It's not my fault. It's
what are
totally
you
my
doing?
fault.
Which bolt on it?
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of getting a clean line, so you don't accidentally hit Nevgul just wow. So roll the attack.
10.
That's not the right dice.
Isn't it not?
No,
is
no,
it not
two,
20?
you-
No,
Roll
no,
to
no.
hit.
You're gonna roll to hit.
Oh, right.
Man, that would have maximized damage almost.
So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
is
Great.
Plus 9.
So 12.
2 hit.
Yeah.
Crackles off. Okay, Chet, here you go.
I
Okay,
swear, I am
um,
the most
Now you did
useless
say it was a
person.
bonus action to drop.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave it for now. Bonus action, Misty Step.
You hear just a dog.
Yeah.
Why are you missing 7?
Move me back. Just push me back to the other corner. Yeah, pop me back there. And then
So you guys will be. Next turn, you'll be in fight. As while this is all going on, you guys are getting close. You guys,
actually move me one closer to the door.
you guys are getting. As you guys get close, you just hear.
I would like to. I want to do this. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna use my action to do Mind Sliver. It's an intelligence save.
Succeed. I'll roll again, yeah. Is a really high intelligence.
Okay.
There are 4 numbers it has to roll for it to fail.
Okay. Yeah, put me back in the corner. I wasn't gonna do what I thought I was gonna do. Alright. It's up.
Did you not take any damage?
Huh?
Did you not take any damage? From Mind
Mind
Sliver?
Not from Mind
Oh,
Sliver.
that's right, Mind Sliver.
Yeah.
Alright. Its turn. You see it is not enjoying being here in the corner with everyone.
But it likes the corner.
But it does see the fact that everyone's within 60 feet of a certain point. So it is going to send you, all of its astral eyes go out in front of you and then just and explode.
Is this a spell?
No, it's an ability.
Okay.
And it's just each creature it can see within range. And it can see all of you because it has perfect 360 degree vision. And true sight for 120 feet. So everyone needs to make a wisdom save. Wisdom save, wisdom save. Everyone make a wisdom save.
Does that include me and Solomon just checking?
You cannot see.
Just double checking.
17?
Fail.
18.
Fail. Ezra got a fail. Nevcool got plus 10 to his
Let's
wisdom.
say he's a monkey. Better sound good.
Fail.
You get a 1.
Got a 10. It needs
The
an
cleric
11.
and the monk failed. We stood no chance, Nancy.
I'm the one being the most useless.
All right, you are all blinded for a minute.
Oh boy. Oh,
You can
that's
repeat the saving until the end of each turn.
Okay.
And how many DH do I have currently?
How many do you need?
Hold on, I gotta see how many I have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got some more.
7.
This is the part where we die. We die horribly,
Considering he's still
screaming.
picking.
Yeah.
6. I need 4.
Here's.
Jeez, I don't know who to give him.
Out of all the dice I gave, I didn't give it a true roll.
It's fine. Okay. Some dice ASMR for you guys.
Sounds like brushing your teeth.
Good news is there's no additional damage modifier.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
heavens!
Good
Right.
news!
With as many D8s as you just grabbed, you could definitely kill us. Well, at least knock us down.
I just show up. Oh, everyone's dead. Well, I guess I'll just leave now. Bye.
Bye, guys.
One's dead, one's passed out, one's crazy. What?
All right.
And now it's gonna roll to recharge it.
Yeah.
It does not recharge it.
Yeah. That's the best news I've heard all
The
day.
fact that you're all blinded. Oh, you need to make a con save or concentration.
Oh yeah.
Which is going to be you have to beat a 25.
Nope. Oh, good. Now,
Dog drops.
now I don't have to use that as a bonus action.
As it's going to just
Thank you.
sit over there. Just everyone's like, ah!
It's like I sit, I wait.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna wait. Totally. They're blind. Don't need to do anything like continually hit them with advantage. So after that, Soren and Solomon are on the scene. That's your turn. So let me just. You're faster. So you can see out through the door. It's just Morena's just like, "Ugh!" And you just see look over in the corner and you see this thing. You have no idea. It's just sitting in the corner, just like. It sees you. You see as you look up, you're like, what? You look over and just goes. So, so that was its turn. You guys got there. Ezra's going to attempt to do a save.
So she can see again.
She fails.
Oh no.
She is going to let Nev just grab Nevcool. Nevcool is going to attempt to save. He does it!
I wasn't sure at first if you said he does it or he doesn't.
He does.
Okay.
At the end of each, so that's his end of his turn. So, Morena.
Do I need to make a save?
Yes.
Yes, if you'd like to see again.
I would
Wisdom
like to
save.
see again.
It's the end of your turn.
Pardon?
It's the end of your turn, though. You can't do anything.
Oh, it's a
after
whiz, not a con?
It's a whiz.
So I can't just like guess.
Nope.
It's somewhere here.
It's incorporeal and it doesn't make sound.
11.
Nope. Still blinded. Hold on. Let me just one turn. Out of 10.
Oh, that you're blinded for, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Chet, you betcha.
19.
Nope. So, but that does mean Sorn and Solomon are on the scene. Because
Yes.
your turn was there, now you're on the scene.
Right.
So, yeah, you're here. What do you like to do?
I thought it was its turn for 4 hours.
No. You go before. I just didn't explain it because it didn't really matter. It couldn't see with its eye thing.
Okay.
I wanted to get the damage calculations. So, yeah, you're here.
Let's see. I'm going to step into then kind of.
You guys hear Someone Thunderfist.
Father?
Papa?
Close enough. And I guess, I'm going to see it, and I'm going to see everyone else kind of like, I'm like, well, clearly this is the bad guy. Oh, javelin.
Okay, roll attack.
That's 17 plus 9.
Hit.
Yay.
Yay.
Javelins are 6. That is only a 6.
So up to 3.
Yes. And it's getting another javelin for good measure.
Okay.
17 plus 9.
Yep.
That's another 6.
3 more. And it hits, but then just goes through. So it looks at you and goes, you hear, perfect.
And then I will rage for my bonus
And
action.
immediately go,
Well, that did not go as planned.
Solomon's turn. What is Solly Boy going to do as he runs into the room?
He is gonna do a thing. He's going to cast banishment on it. It needs to make a charisma save.
That sounds exactly like what Solomon
That
would
sounds
do.
exactly like what Solomon would
I hate
do.
Is everyone all right? It's back.
Said a charisma.
It's charisma 17. Yeah.
Made it.
Okay.
And I'll roll again just to, yeah.
So he popped that, and then bonus action.
Has it better charisma than it
spiritual weapon.
Really?
Well, they're dream creatures.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
So he's gonna cast spiritual weapon.
A jackpot.
Whatcha?
H is back.
Does he get to make an attack with it now, or is, okay.
It's 30 feet, right?
So
From his position?
it's 60.
No, yep, they can make it over
Yeah,
there.
can totally make it over there.
Yeah, bah.
That is over 20.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me make sure I subtract those 2 javelins before I forget.
What's your charisma save?
My charisma is garbage.
So 7 radiant.
7?
Yeah. It rolled blue.
Okay. It's gonna be, it's gonna look at you.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear a host. Actually, does it even have to get close to you? Oh, it does. You have to get within 5 feet of you. Make a charisma save. This is why this battle is so hard.
Yeah, it's 12.
As you just like, ha ha! And then it just comes up to you and just. And then a moment, you're like, what's going on? And you go blind.
Not this shit again.
Already blinds.
So, until you hit 0 hit points or somebody does a very specific spell that has the word dispel in it, of good and the evil variety, I'm just going to remove from the board.
Yeah, no, sorry.
So...
You think a certain cleric might have that.
Well, I know one cleric doesn't. He does not have that prepared.
You know how lucky you are. So, just gonna look around, see you.
Solomon or Chet?
He's gonna see Chet.
Okay.
It can't do anything on its turn because it's gonna go. I'm gonna use. Well, its action was to do that.
I was gonna say, like, wait a minute.
His movement in Soren's body of how many feet?
40.
40 feet. Yay! It's all of your stats. So,
I think it was better without my body.
you also get your health. And is just going to stand in front of you for a little bit.
Okay. Good.
Creepy.
Great.
Yeah. You're incapacitated, technically. So, technically, your rage ends. It's no longer rage end.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
That might actually be better.
Well, it's more of the
You
waste
still
of
have
rage.
awareness, though. You're just technically incapacitated. And the quarry can no longer be the target of any attacks. Other than that very specific spell. Like, you cannot target the quarry. You can target Soren, but not the quarry. So, it's Ezra's turn again. It's gonna be like, is anyone okay? Where'd it go?
Solomon's the only one who can see.
Yeah, Solomon just goes. Solomon's gonna go. It's in Soren.
Wait, what do you mean? It's in sword.
Ezra succeeds on her turn.
Oh, thank
God! Neb, cool. Still fails.
No, he succeeded last round.
No, he succeeded last. Yeah. No, I thought it was. I think it's someone else. So yeah, his season just gonna be like, oh my God, Ezra, we gotta go.
Yes, let us leave.
Ezra's gonna respond with, we can't. Morena. Well, that save.
Yay!
You succeed!
I was literally thinking, I'm not gonna pass
All she
this.
did
My
was
wisdom's
this.
at
She opened
zero.
it with like, boop, what?
So, you,
See, I was upset when I'm like, wait.
My wisdom's at 0. That's fine. Yay.
your
well,
wisdom
I'm
saves
free.
a 0.
Yeah.
So most people at home, most of the time nat 20s don't do that. I, with an exception, let natural 20s be crits. So before anyone gets angry and flames us, it will count. It's a 21 needed. So a nat 20.
Yeah. That's why when I rolled a 19, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, a natural
That's
20.
why I was like, I'm gonna have to wait 10 turns.
Close enough. So that's the
Yeah.
end of your turn.
Yay.
But you can see
Chet.
now.
End of your turn.
That'll do it, 23.
Hey, end of your turn. So you just see.
And I just see Soren right in front of me. Oh, hi, buddy.
Guess his turn it is.
Hi, friend, Soren.
You really didn't just hear
I know,
everyone say
I know.
that.
He's panicking.
He's going. It's going to drop your shield and make its 2 attacks.
It is going to need to make a wisdom save.
Got it. 17.
Yep.
With its
success.
stats or mine?
With its. It retains all of its.
Does it?
its AC, yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
So this will be your AC still 15.
Yep.
Hit. Second one.
You might as well just roll damage.
Hit. Yeah. I technically can roll one. It can miss.
I'm just saying.
So that's 2d10 plus 10.
He could. With just the modifier, yeah.
That's going to be a.
If it's above a 15, I'm.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You just hear Chet just crumple. You're aware you're blind, but you hear Chet just. It just crumple sounds.
Yep. Chet is down.
So let me make sure we're doing mark those. It's now going to look over at Morena.
Hi.
And that's its turn. Solomon's turn.
All right.
I was hoping they all, with the damage they were dealing, if it would have been consistent, they could have gotten to a point where when you got there, it would have been over.
Solomon is going to bonus action to move his spiritual weapon. Give that a bonk.
Does it affect me?
No,
spiritual weapon.
It's just think of it like it's a ghost bottle going bop bop.
Because this is totally the thing that Solomon will do. Against Soren's AC, I don't think that's going to hit.
Without shield.
17.
It's a 16.
Okay, so it hits.
Yeah, you drop
7.
your shield on the ground. So 7 points of damage.
And then
Let me know when you hit 0.
he's going
It's gonna be
to...
a bit.
He knows. The biggest dude in the room.
Since Solomon's right there, how messed up is Ezra looking right now?
Ezra with real bad, like
Okay.
10.
Since he's right next to her, he's going to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. Neville's on par with your health. Well, was the 50 points of damage kind of undid that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25.
All right. Ezra's like, oh man. So its turn.
What?
I'm saying its turn, because it uses
Your initiative and its initiative. Or wait, would it?
No, it's using his.
Okay.
I'm saying its turn. It can, and I'm saying in the order, so no one thinks
Yeah.
like, where did it go?
Yeah.
Because it was always right after Solomon. It's in your body, so Ezra's turn. Is everyone okay? She yell out. She looks around.
Chet's down.
Looking at it, looking at you, looking at Chet, looking at you, looking at Chet. Is going to cast a very big spell to mass healing word. So everyone, except for Soren,
Darn.
is going to get some healing. So Chet, you'll be up.
Yay!
You're gonna heal. Everyone heals 19. Rena's like, oh my god! Bonus action.
It was
Actually,
the
I
same
should
amount as what I
have
have
checked
left.
to see if she did not keep her spiritual weapon. So forgot to do that. Ezra's
Bonus
turn.
action, she can do call it back.
She can. But it costs another spell slot.
Spell slot.
Yeah. Gonna pop back up next to you and try and hit you with a
16.
hits. So it'll deal Sorn 14 points. Her turn. Neville's gonna be like, I don't feel bad. For that flanking.
Camera was in the way.
Yeah, it is. He's flank with Ezra. Wait, with Ezra, with Myrna. 15, right?
16.
Oh, it has a turn counter on it. I don't even need that. Okay, yeah, it'll hit first attack, second attack. Natural 20. And then he's going to flurry blows for, more. Because why wouldn't he? So, gonna make 2 more attacks. Hit. Next one. Hit. It wouldn't even matter if you
I'm just waiting for the math.
Yeah. Okay. So that is 5d8 plus 20. So you're at least going down 20. As you guys just see Nevcool just... And like a blur of fists. 10, 14. So 39 points of damage. Just chunk, 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 chunk. His turn. After that, it's Marina.
Dissonant Whispers, and as a bonus action, Mind Sliver.
Okay. So how does Dissonant Whispers work?
Okay, so...
Man. You guys are doing pretty well. All things considered for this, how hard this is, you guys are doing pretty well.
Yay.
It's gonna make a
Thanks, Brandon!
I'm gonna make a wisdom save of 17.
So you're targeting Sorn. He has to make the wisdom save. It's so weird. Physical stats he uses your body, but his mental stuff, it says it uses his. Yeah, because he maintains his...
You should get my wisdom.
Right, no joke. I was just thinking that, like, man, if this thing got his wisdom, he'd be done.
It retains its alignment, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So, it uses its...
Darn.
Success.
It's a success?
Yes.
Okay, it takes 3d6 of damage.
Halved then, I guess.
16.
Cut to 8.
And then Mind Sliver
So 8 more to Sorn. Makes an intelligence save.
is an intelligence save of 17.
Success.
Okay.
And you
It's an
don't
advantage that will always hit it.
An advantage with a plus 12 on intelligence.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, what are you doing?
Stop poking my brain. It tickles.
Chat, you're up. Literally, you're on the ground and you get up. You see, it's not Sorn is over his face. It just bubble.
I know it's worthless, but hold person. Wisdom save.
Oh,
Succeeds.
he's in a
Figured.
person.
He is in person, so it
yeah,
doesn't count.
but it-
You're not targeting. You're targeting Sorn. Don't worry.
But it's still the wisdom save.
Yeah.
So then, bonus
This is why this thing is so
action.
deadly.
Bonus action. I'll do my mind thrust again.
Okay.
So
I
that
haven't
is.
been recharged. Oh no, it used it. Right. Yeah.
That's the intelligence save.
It's the recharge. Success.
Okay.
So you guys got a. I forgot to try and recharge possession, so technically can't do it again. I roll.
It's gonna take. I already have it 6.
You halved it, and then
If you have it again, 3.
you take 3. Resistant to the brain. Okay, so Sorn's turn. What up, Marina? By the power of Thor! What's your AC? 18? 17?
17.
Okay. Plus 9. Miss. Hit.
Knew it.
So,
That's right. It's just Sorn. He can only hit you for like 1,000 points damage.
Be glad it's not raging as
Right.
well.
Oh yeah, be glad it's not raging. But,
Does he have his thing? Is his thing charged?
Oh no.
Oh,
No,
thank
it's
God.
not, but he can pump the 2 charges into it.
That doesn't seem right.
Okay.
Is it a magic item that you wield?
It-
Is he holding the magic item?
Would it know to be able to use that?
It's in your brain, yes.
And it's a very intelligent being.
It's a very intelligent being.
We've already established it's got
That's because it's attuned to my mind.
You're attuned to it. That means it's attuned to it. So, yeah, it's going to hit you for... Okay, so 1d10 plus 2d6.
He's using both my fucking charges. Man.
What purpose does he have to hold them? So... 14. Lucky it missed the first attack. Bonus action. No, it's good. Doesn't really care about your body. It's not gonna rage. In fact, if you go down, it just makes it easier for him. So that's its turn and its turn. Solomon.
So bonus action, use a spiritual weapon.
Yep, roll the ping pong.
That's 21.
Now hit. What you at?
No, I'm still above 50.
That's gonna be 9.
What
and then, I, assuming Solomon can see that Morena's not doing too good, so he's going to go up behind her. And, cure wounds.
Okay. Look at that train. Oh, I forgot to do possession, the recharge again. I didn't remember to do that recharge. You guys are getting lucky. And forgetting the recharge.
22.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm getting kind of tired of this.
Hmm.
It's got something else it can do, but it's going to wait. It's like he's a druid. But his wild shape is just possession. So that's Solomon's turn.
Yep.
That means it goes to Ezra, who is going to look at everyone and go, oh my god. And is going to attempt to, yeah. Oh, no. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah. Okay. Let me make sure. I'm going to bring this up. So I can make sure I have...
He's doing too much double checking. I don't like it.
I know.
Okay. So she is going to run up and... Okay, she's going to run up. It's like, oh, I hope this works, and try and poke and break possession.
Ow!
Then just it reappears on Tabard. It closes unoccupied space as it reappears next to Marina. Sorry, you're back in it. Oh, it rechanged. Oh, that was weird. Combat tracker glitched out. Now everyone's in a different initiative order. Good thing I remembered. After that was Nevcool. He's going to see it outside of Soren's body and goes, "I'm really sorry." And you immediately go. As he's. Brennan, you're just in like key position right now. As this monk is just
You're the linchpin for the flanking.
you're just in position. Hit. Flurry blows. Hit. Alright.
Get it, monk boy.
48 plus 20. Okay. 38 points of damage. You just hear it in all of your brains. As you just... Alright, Marina. It's right next to you.
So, I am going to throw compulsion And as a bonus action, I will... Or actually, can I spend a sorcery point to do another spell?
Depends on the spell you've quickened.
Yeah. If you want to quicken a spell.
What does compulsion do?
Use a choice within range.
Compulsion.
You must make a wisdom save target automatically succeeds. So it's everybody within 30 feet. Oh no, creatures of your choice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to try and compel it to do something?
Yes. And then if... Where is it? And then as a bonus action, I wanted to do Dissonant Whispers.
So you're going to have to spend points equal to level to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to make two wisdom saves?
2 wisdoms.
So
17.
First wisdom succeeds. Second wisdom succeeds.
Okay.
Almost didn't. Getting an advantage.
Told you.
Where is it? Where's compulsion? Where are you? So on a failed save, the target is affected by the spell.
Yeah, it's nothing happens if it's success.
Okay,
Yeah.
So, okay, so it still takes 3d6 damage.
And it has.
Psychic damage, yep.
And then quartered. Got it.
12.
Down to 6. Down to 3.
Ping. Just chipping away.
You are. Yeah, I mean. So it is now Chet's turn. It's in the middle of everybody.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this. Chet is gonna go up behind Soren.
Uh-huh. So like here?
Actually, he doesn't have to. Chet is going to haste Soren.
Was that touch?
30 feet.
Wow.
That was touch.
I'm looking at it right now. It says 30 feet.
Huh.
That's new.
I could have swore haste was a
So you get a
touch.
+2 to AC, have advantage on dex saves, engage an additional action on each of your turn.
Wow, first time anyone's actually hasted sword that is going to stick.
I know, I tried. And then
Yeah.
bonus action, that mind thrust, intelligence 17.
Once you know, we succeeded with it.
Oh boy. That's 4 is the what I rolled, so
1.
1.
So what if that was the one that did it? You did. Oh, ow, ow! What the heck?
Ow, ow, ow! You just see, as you cast haste, you just see Soren in your spine just like...
I'm gonna be like, kick his ass, bud!
So... It's your turn, technically, then Solomon, then it.
All right. Well then, I'm going to rage again. And that means I get 4 hits.
Yeah.
And since he has made me drop my shield, we're going to keep double-handing this hammer.
Could just reckless attack and just go for advantage.
That's right. I never use reckless attack because I always care about my people around me.
Yeah, you'd hit Morena if you missed.
Yeah.
Morena or Ezra,
No.
right?
No. Doesn't say anything about missing.
Oh, no?
He gets advantage on his attack.
When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, giving you advantage on the melee weapon attack.
And then he just gets disadvantage.
During...
He just gets disadvantage against him next turn, but he can have advantage on an attack.
That's true. It's up to you.
You see, it's just Soren cares too much about hitting people around him. Like as far
Give him advantage. That means you're less likely to do it.
yeah,
But then disadvantage next time.
Yeah,
Well, you don't. He gets disadvantage. I mean, they get advantage to hit him. Sorry, not disadvantage. So they would have he would have a better chance to get
Oh,
hit.
gotcha.
All right, so I have to land the first hit for the second hit to be reckless. Was that?
No. Reckless. You try
It's
it
the
first.
first hit on your turn.
Is if you want, you claim reckless.
Oh.
And if it hits, well, you first attack.
Right.
You try a reckless attack.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, your regular attacks go on, but you get disadvantage, or you get he gets advantage against you. Sorry.
All right. Well, might as well, I guess. Right. So I guess we'll
So
try
first
this.
attacks with advantage.
That would be non-natural 20.
Hit.
So then,
Might as well roll the other 3.
What was that?
non-natural 20. Over 20.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. So you got brutal.
So that is, let's see. So that is D10s.
Yep.
Here, I got D10s. I got plenty of D10s. Don't you worry about it. Here, take all the D10s.
Oh, jeez, okay.
I can get you more.
Hold on, people. Let me figure out how many D10s I need.
D10s? I got D10s.
'Cause there's-
I got D12s, D10s.
It says for 4 attacks. And then the brutal critical is...
Plus an additional 2 die to it.
Alright, so 6 D10s.
Yes, it's 60 plus, what's your modifier?
So for 4 attacks, it would be plus 20.
So 4d10 plus 20.
Plus another 3, 6, 9, 12.
So 4d10 plus 32.
32. 33.
How do you want to do it?
Yes! I don't even need to roll!
You're lucky your thing's magical.
Yeah.
Or you would need to roll.
So, I'm gonna be a meme. It's just, or I'm just gonna come up just the torso, then leave. I'm like,
Just, and you just see it. The hammer catches it in the face. As normally things have been going through it, as it's just pushing into the ground and then just into nothingness. As you see and feel the power of over 100 souls that it has captured, just be released out into the ether.
That's what you get for possessing me!
Looking around, who looks the most messed up right now?
The people you burned to a crisp with Dawn.
Well,
We're dead. Ezra's looking decent, above half. Nevpool's looking above half.
I'm under half.
Solomon's fine.
Solomon, did he even take any damage?
so Chet and Soren are not looking too good. Solomon is going to cast Cure Wounds on Soren.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm at 45. But it's out of 100.
So Solomon's going to cast Cure Wounds on Chet.
I mean, I would take the hell, but
Chet is
Chet probably needs it.
way lower right now.
Man, you have a real shame.
What?
You also in the cleric.
Yeah, I know.
Who was going to mass cure wounds.
She still can.
Oh, she is. Mass cure wounds, so everyone gets an additional. So it's 3d8 plus. Right?
I'm just. Math.
3d8 plus 11. So let me roll those 3d8s, and everyone's going to heal.
3d8 plus 11.
So you heal 22 points. Everyone heals 22.
Yay! I'm still not back, but we're good. Not full, but we're good. Chet's just gonna take his hat off.
Now, since haste is, I assume, done now.
Haste drops within a minute.
Yeah.
So after a minute, yes.
Now it's a level
You
of
now
exhaustion.
no.
No, it's not after haste? I thought it was after.
You just take a break.
Oh, I thought after haste was a level of exhaustion.
Nope. That'd be dumb. You just take a moment to.
It just says a wave of lethargy takes.
Oh,
You
okay.
just take 6 seconds. to
It
just be
can't
like-
move or take actions until your next turn.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was,
It's
I was
6
thinking of something
seconds
like
you
that.
Going, oh.
I knew there was some negative effect after haste. Sorry, I thought it was a level of exhaustion.
Immediately, Ezra's gonna stop. Look at Nevcool. Point to Marina. She's gonna walk over to you, and immediately just take out her mace and just against your neck. And then she's taller than you. Goes. So you're like.
I'm like, I told you I'd explain. I'll explain, I swear. Okay, so, we found the box at Miss Terry's place. I didn't really know what it was. I'm sorry.
Not yet. You're not.
I'd like to cast Calm Emotions.
Is that
you.
verbal and somatic?
Hold on. Where are you? Go up. Yes.
Okay. As soon as you do,
Mm-hmm.
Navicool's gonna go and stunning strike you. So he's
Is that
going.
a spell?
He's gonna hit you. He's gonna punch you in the gut. So you're like, ugh! That's a nat 20 to hit.
Now, would that count as a reaction, though?
Yes, it's his
Okay.
reaction to go. We're out of combat.
Okay.
So he's going to hit you. So let me roll that damage and see. You need to make a because there's a moment, an action to do it. So in that he's gonna hit. So you need to make a con save.
You have been failing me.
Failed me for the last time.
Okay. You said it was a what?
Con.
Okay, so it's 19 plus 8.
So you succeed. So you can continue on, but you do take 25 points of damage. As you just see Nebuchadnezzar go, boom, and it's like a shockwave, just and you throw it out to try and calm emotion, which everyone's going to resist. They're both going to resist it.
Obviously. Charisma save of 17.
Nevkul fails. Ezra fails. So is no longer lifting you. Put you back down so you can breathe. Then talk.
All right. Please, just quick mention, don't hit her again. It's not very nice to hit a lady. Look, I understand that this is obviously a very bad situation that happened, and obviously we made a really stupid mistake. Trust me, we did not mean to cause any sort of harm here. I promise you. We found it, didn't really know what it was. We were trying to, investigate it, and I opened it. And as soon as I did, I knew it wasn't something good. That's why I brought it here to you, because I knew you could help us.
Then why did you open it before coming to me?
Because I didn't know what it was. I was curious.
If you had any indication that it would be bad, then you should have brought it to me in the first place.
I mean, I didn't really have any indication that it was bad until I opened it.
Be in there.
I thought it was going to have books or something. That's what it felt like when I looked at it initially.
You had no indication that anything bad from Miss Therese' place.
I mean, well, I guess mystery was kind of the indication then. But otherwise, not really. And I really am sorry. It was obviously a very stupid idea. I should know better. I really should.
She's going to and she's going to walk over to the other end and look over the edge. Two people were just obliterated by Dawn. And then their bodies mutilated
Tentacles and fireball.
And a fireball. So it is, she looks over and goes, she's just going to, she's going to look over to both of you and just be like, come here.
Follow her.
She's going to point over the wall to the bodies that just... It didn't do that. You did.
Why am I being pointed at?
Because you mutilated the bodies with arms.
You've desecrated.
Well, this is how they left the group, guys. They're arrested.
Get out. We thank you for your service in saving our town, but you are obviously destructive people. Take the box. If it was so important, you can have it. We will see you in the Capitol. And she's going to, over the wall, and begin, take stuff out of her pack and cover the bodies. Nevkul just goes, this is a level of anger I haven't seen. He's looking over. I get it. You did what you did. We're still cool.
Chet will walk over. Is the box open?
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to close it and then pick it up.
As Nevkul over the wall.
And he'll go over to where Soren and Solomon are and say, we'll explain everything back at the ship, but we need to leave.
Someone's gonna look at the two of you and then turn into just that disappointed dad look at you two. Because in his head, he was like, man, we had allies here. We were so close to having allies.
And
he doesn't say it. He just
just gonna walk out.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just start heading back to the ship.
Solomon's gonna be like, Paylor. And he's also gonna walk out and follow. So you guys head out to the boat.
Yeah.
People are like, is everything okay? To you guys. Like, people are approaching you.
So Orange's just going to quietly keep walking. He's like, it's not my doing. Someone wants to explain
Is
it.
everyone alive?
There were a couple casualties, unfortunately.
Oh, I should say before Soren totally was, he grabs his shield.
He's not an idiot.
I'm just making sure I say it.
That's not brutal. I'm not that brutal.
No,
It's
but
not like
I
you're
want
running.
to be in all
Yeah.
fairness and be like, okay, let me make sure.
You're running.
I'm not really sure the extent of Ezra's abilities, but she is tending to them as much as she can.
People immediately just gold, whatever you have. Like, people are just throwing, like, people are going around collecting gold. Whatever people have, they're throwing it into pots. Jewels, gems, anything they can get. They are throwing it into, like, containers. And they are
Clerics.
heading off towards the church.
As I see them doing this, I'm going to throw all 17 of my gold in.
I am going to add in. Where are my? There we go. I'm going to throw in 20.
Buy Solomon's 20 gold. 29 gold. If anyone here can tell me that he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking the same thing. I'm like, alright, hold on. What do I have?
Well,
Throw.
because Solomon would probably know best her abilities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And Soren will throw in 20 gold as well.
Could have done Revivify if it was under a minute, but
Yeah,
yeah, it
timing, yeah.
didn't happen.
Because you chose to talk.
Well, no, she cast spell, so everyone was okay, and even then it was already
I know.
30 seconds had passed. So they all take and they just begin, everyone's just running there. It's easier to, Solomon explains, I'm not going to do his voice, but it's easier to revive 2 than it is to revive an entire town, so they're most likely doing everything they can to mitigate as much loss as possible. Do we know who they were or what they look like?
I don't know.
Swear to God, if it's that farmer Fred, I'm so mad.
Is it Fred?
I don't know, but from Miss Ezra's tone, I don't think we should stick around to find out. Even for the sanctity of offering up a prayer.
As we'll head over to the boat. You all get on there. It still needs about 2 hours to charge fully. It is in the water. So you do have the capability to technically sail off,
sailing off while
but it
charges.
cannot take off until then.
Okay, well, it would be awkward to sit around for another 2 hours, so
So-
I'm in favor of sailing.
Soren's already starting to prep that. He's like, we're getting the hell.
We're leaving. Solomon's like at the helm. Whenever we're ready.
I mean, because especially with everything being much more easily labeled now, I think.
Yeah, but everything's
Soren's
common.
like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, time to start sailing.
You notice
Mm-hmm.
every so often things that are labeled in common switch to runic and then back in a flicker.
Rub the one eye.
And
Which,
that
by
is
the way,
where
this. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, by the way, this is the first time you've seen that.
I was literally about to say that. I was like, do we go and make a comment on that?
You can, yeah.
Because you're the only one that hasn't seen it yet. Because Chet saw it before he left. Solomon saw it before we came. So you're the only one who hasn't seen the fact that I look blind in one eye and I have new runes on my forehead.
So we want to talk about
save that later.
So we will be right back. Hello and welcome back. All right. So you wanted to say something about Soren's new look.
Real quick question. How long ago did I see him before I left?
You saw him at the bar, and you didn't see him since.
Oh.
So now I'm just like going around like pulling up anchor, dealing with like the mast and sails and whatnot. Just like,
The walk back was very macabre, so no one was looking at each other.
and Storm's just kind of in the front, marching his way back.
Soren?
Yes.
Could you look at me for a moment?
What? Did you change your hair or something? Am I not noticing something here?
Have you looked in a mirror?
You want me to look at you? Why is this about me?
Solomon's gonna go.
This.
Oh, that.
As he turns back around now.
Something happened overnight?
Yeah,
Yes?
stuff he doesn't want to talk about.
Could you tell us?
I've told one of you.
Where's Chet?
While this is going on, Chet is actually taking the box to his room.
Okay.
He's just gonna put it in there.
The ship then grows an arm, grabs the box, and throws it out the window.
Nope.
So he's thinking about it.
Just tell us, man. Are we good yet, by the way? At this point, you have raised anchor and prepared the sails.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, as it just gently coasts off. As you notice, the sails are there as kind of decor, as the wind is clearly not blowing in the direction you're headed. As you see, they glow with the sunlight gazing upon them, the different like holy symbols of Paylor in them glowing. As the sails turn for the wind, but you guys keep going a different direction.
Sun tilt, it's solar powered.
And just like, oh, this is cool. As you are, where are you guys headed? As he's just heading out to sea right now.
I imagine we're going to just continue to follow the coast. Because we're toward the bottom of the map, correct? Or the bottom of Aerotas.
You are right about here.
Right.
You need to go there.
Right. So I figured we would just kind of like follow it that way. Yeah, that was my thought.
Okay. So, yeah. As you guys remember, you don't have to really worry about it falling out of the sky. As long as there is some form of sunlight, meaning daytime happens, it will it will always have enough power in it to stay aloft, even at night. So as long as the sun appears, even if it's behind clouds, it will keep enough reserve energy to float. So you will not be able to travel at night like you can on the ocean, but you can float for a night. So as you guys head, it will take you moving at a semi-decent speed. It depends on how fast you're trying to get there. When the sun sails hit.
Oh, when we charge. Yeah, because 2 hours isn't that long for boat
No.
travel.
So,
I mean, I guess like what's an average speed? What would an average
A
speed
moderate pace, I guess, yeah.
moderate pace with this moving. So I'm so glad I have this. You guys are technically 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you guys are 1,000 miles from being perpendicular. If you're going as the crow flies, there's also 1,000 miles. So it depends on how you guys want to do it.
Well, right now I just assume it's a moderate.
I mean, I imagine since we're on the water, we're just going to start heading that way, and then once we can actually go up in the air, then we'll do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it'll take you, because it took you roughly a week to get to where we're. It'll take you. The sunship is going to make that down to about 5 days.
Okay.
So it'll take you 5 days of constant travel, which, if you remember, Solomon does not have to pilot until night.
Yes. Then we float.
Then you float. You can technically move. You'll just be depleting the ability to float.
Yes.
You'll have to land for so long. So you guys head. After 2 hours, Solomon goes. Look down. Little meter that's like a sun is full, like filled up, and bing. Hey guys, you ready to fly? You guys ready to fly over
The intercom. Take her up.
Fly. You guys hear the sails change, and they flush out. They form more of a, I guess, like top of a sun as it. And you guys just feel as you take off in the water. Off in the distance, with his passive, he sees a fishing boat. Solomon's just like, oh neat. And they're just like,
What the damn hell?
so, what are you guys doing for the 5 days? We don't have to go into day by day.
Just like a general overall.
Just a general. You guys are not in open ocean. You guys are close enough to the shore. So, you don't have to worry about anything coming at you that you can from miles off. You can see the ground. So, I will have Solomon roll with advantage 5 times. For fairness, since he's the one. So, what would you guys like to do?
I'd probably spend time reading his new book and eating. You know, the normal things he does.
So during that time, Miranda is either bothering Soren or depressed in her room.
So, nothing happens. 4 nat 20s and a natural 19. Solomon is just like in tune with the boat, and he's just like, there's nothing around, I'm leaving checking. So
dodging birds.
just gently coasting along for the
Chet is gonna eventually, probably later that first night, open that box.
Okay, so that first night you see 2 spell books.
Okay.
Oh, there were books in it.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I felt it correctly.
As well as a bunch of notes in the spell books. Would you like to know what spells are in there?
Yes.
This is why Chet's going to be happy, but also at what cost? Are you ready for the notes?
Go ahead.
Animate Dead, Blur, Vampiric Touch, Catnap, Private Sanctum, Ego Whip, Dance Macabre, and Geese.
Geese?
Geas.
Oh.
Which is something that, as soon as Chet reads, he's like,
I was just like, honk! I was like, no, not that spell.
Geese is a
It's a
very...
shame that didn't benefit Miranda.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't learn spell like that.
Chet is also going to find a safe place to store the books and the box temporarily.
You have tons of space in your room.
Yeah. And then also
It was worth it.
probably
Neat
not
spells.
probably not that same night, but sometime in those 5 days, he's going to attempt to scry on Nana.
Okay. You know Nana.
What?
What, Nana?
No, Nana doesn't like people scrying in on her. So she's going to attempt to resist it. So it needs a roll.
It's a wisdom.
Yeah, they roll.
save.
So she actually fails.
I was gonna say she also gets a -5 to the roll too, because we're familiar.
She failed with a 2.
-3.
So what do I see, Nana?
You
doing?
see, what time of day? I need to know about what.
This would probably be like I'm just checking on her in like an early afternoon.
Early afternoon, she is pouring herself a cup of tea. You know, nothing fancy. That pure sugarcane sweet tea.
Yeah.
That you know Nana loves. You see her walk over to her divination table, and she is putting various things into bowl, throwing bones, doing very different divination rituals. And at one point, you see her stop. Pull out a piece of paper. Write on it. Kiss it. And then throw it into the fire. And then you're pulled back.
Okay. Did I see what was written on it?
Roll me a perception.
18.
You see the word Dearest Chet.
Okay.
But then her hand covers the rest below it.
Okay.
She throws it into the fire.
Alright.
Nana's doing something.
Yes, she is.
Burning your name.
So, midway through, just so I can describe what's happening, there is the, you're going through like the beach area as because, you know, you guys are cutting up close, so you guys turn and make your way northwest. You go from the beachy, more, you know, warm climate. You're in the south, so at this point, fall is happening everywhere else. As you go more north to the south central, kind of like more the upper part of the south of the continent. So as you guys are heading, you do go over a massive, like, this thing's like 50 miles long lake that you go over.
And we definitely long rested, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just because I imagine Morena bugging Sorn for
Yes, if you guys want to do that.
Well, I was going to say, I imagine you just bother him in general, but I assume at one point you're going to ask him more about the eye and runes. And I'll say that Sorn kind of gave the same explanation that he gave Chet, which essentially comes down to Odin. And Book of Runes that I assume you probably tried to look at and saw nothing.
You look at it like...
Because you would have been like, hey, you give me this book, you would have been like, gimme!
Blank.
It's empty.
Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Then, yes, this is the time if you guys want to do anything before or have something for the lake, but if you guys want to have interactions between your guys' self during the travel, then we can do that. Unless you guys you're so despondent.
I was gonna say
I was gonna visit you.
I was gonna say Chet's probably spending a lot of time in his room right now.
Are you scrawling any of those? Or attempting to?
Without gold?
I don't know if I can't remember because it's been so long. I don't know if you need gold. I need gold to
Purchase the stuff.
Yeah,
So
let me check to make sure. I am a pretty good DM, but there's so much stuff. If anyone out there always remembers the exact rules for a wizard, I am impressed.
And we would probably call you a liar. Either that or you know about wizards, but you know nothing about sorcerers.
So during the 5 days, Morena has tried to contact Chet. Do you open up?
Chet would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third date.
This is like 5th date.
Oh. We still haven't slept with each other yet.
Oh my god, man.
Because if it doesn't require gold, then Chet would definitely copy geese.
Let me see.
I'm sorry, all I can picture is just like a goose. Oh gosh, it's so annoying! A spectral goose comes flying out of your hand and then attacks the enemy viciously.
My Patronus.
My Patronus is a goose. Take that, Dementors.
Each time you get wizard level, your spell book. Copying a spell into the book. Reproducing the basic form of the spell and deciphering the unique system of notation used by the wizard who wrote it. You must practice the spell until you understand the sounds and gestures required, then transcribe it in the book using your own notation. For each level, the spell processes 2 hours and costs 50 gold.
Okay.
The cost represents material components.
Okay, so
That's
if
what
you have the
so I don't
material-
have to. I probably wouldn't for that.
What is the material component?
Material component for geese is there's no material. It's verbal.
So you have what you need.
Yeah.
So you can spend
10
one
hours.
day
Yep.
to the 10 no, less than 10 hours.
Oh, because it's halftime.
5 hours.
Yeah.
So you can do the 5 hours
Yep.
and then do also Catnap and Blur.
Catnap and Blur as well.
Because that's a Catnap's a 3rd level, Blur's a 2nd level, so that would equal a 5th.
2 5s, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for enchantment, you spend half as much
That's right.
because of you. So, is there anything you need for Catnap or Blur?
Catnap, a pinch of sand.
That's easy.
Boy, I bet I sure have that.
You have tons.
You plug it out of your
Blur.
boot.
Blur is verbal. So I got them. They are.
So after a day
Yeah.
of transcribing, you have transcribed. You have no more anything. Your book is bigger than it's ever been, but you have no more paper or material.
I am going to, before I forget, just remove those from the list I just made.
And prepare.
And prepare some spells!
So Miranda is going to be bothering Chet.
When Morena knocks, Chet will open.
The first time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How you holding up?
I mean, I'm kind of bummed, but, well, bummed's not really a right word.
I'm kind of bummed.
This is happening in the middle of deciphering the spells. So you see sprawls of pages out in front of Chet as he is writing, working something, writing, saying something, writing.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, I'm just trying to, copy these spells that we got from the box. I figured might as well learn them since, we went through the trouble to...
Copy them. Why wouldn't you just use the actual spell?
Because that's not how it works for me.
Sorcerers, man.
Sorcerer's just like, she's just like, why can't you just do it?
He's gonna kind of do like a small smile and be like, well, I'm not as magically talented as you are.
Yeah.
Not all of us are as talented as you. So
Anything?
So I see that he's busy. And
He's writing. I mean, you see him writing. You
So
don't
just-
know any magical cipher. You don't understand any of this. And Chet, you noticed that Miss Turi had terrible handwriting. So you're like, what letter is this?
Is this an E or an R? So I'm going to notice that Chet's busy and just kind of like slowly walk back out and say, okay, well, bye.
bye. Come back anytime.
Come back at a later time.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Dejected. So, when you get over this 50-mile large lake, it's midday around this time. So you are all, I imagine, probably upstairs, like up on the deck, because it's a lovely day. It's a lovely fall day, and remember, the sunship makes it
Warm.
always. So
I hate it.
it'll be cold.
I like the cold.
So as you're looking around, I need everyone to make perception checks over the lake.
I did have mage armor prepared. Wow. Okay.
You just didn't cast
Yeah, I
it
just didn't
like a
cast it.
dum-dum.
Like a dum-dum. No, that's all right.
22.
Okay.
11.
I threw it. It was botched because it was like kind of tilted, but it
Those
was on
cocks.
16. I threw it again. It's on a 3.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Plus, what is it? Yeah, plus 0. Yeah, I'm a complete 3.
So what you see? Sorry, I'm posting that you guys made it.
Yay.
Yay!
We lives, we dies, we lives again.
It lives again to die another day.
What?
The most confusing James Bond story ever. Live to die and live again to die another day. What? Starring Pierce Brosnan. Because he's the only Bond in my book.
Okay. What?
I like him as Bond.
So what you see? Not Rona. And with he did okay. Solomon.
Soren.
Solomon's just like, for once, he's like, what's going on? You see, in the lake, you see a floating city. Not really, floating town. A small village, just floating on the water. With how big this thing is, being how, like, the wind does kick up and it is moving back and forth. It's a lovely day. It's even without the sunship. It's a wonderful day outside. You see, it's large enough where you can see the, and you're not going so high up. So when you go across, you can see people down there. People look up at you. It's not like you're like miles and miles above. You're maybe a mile up. So you're probably like half a mile up. You're like, oh, I see you guys. People are looking up at you. It is a large group of lizard folk that are looking up at you. You, Morena, even with your terrible perception,
I sense bestiality.
you sense not quite.
Phrasing.
You sense that something in the water resonates with you.
That's my terrible perception. Okay.
There's a giant brain under that water.
And you get a splitting headache.
Fall to my knees,
From
hopefully.
the entire time you're over that water. You're just splitting headache.
And she's reacting so that we can tell. Right?
Oh, for sure. She just said she falls to her knees.
Yeah.
As soon as you guys get over there, it starts...
I'm gonna kind of grab Chad. Be like, all right, do that thing you did before when we were in Final Fun. Make sure she's not being tracked.
What was that thing I did before?
I think you just did detect magic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was it. Have to ritual cast it, but yes, I'll detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. There's something on her. It is different schools. Divination's the biggest.
Divination's the biggest. How did I get rid of it before? Did I dispel or counterspell?
Dispel.
Dispel.
Counterspell, you have to be able to see it being
Yeah,
cast.
so I will cast Dispel.
Roll for it.
Oh, that's cocked. That is... Yeah, the DC's 10 plus the spell's level. Okay. It's only just a straight roll plus my spell attack, or... Okay, so 17.
Nope.
Okay.
You attempt to dispel it, and the headache's still there. As you hear...
I was going to say, before that happened, I was going to try and speak like saying, the water. There's something in the water.
So, you say that?
And then I hear...
Yeah, so someone's like, He's gonna walk over to the boat and be like, not over this, not over this. As it starts to take off and go to the edge. But you're still, it's gonna take like a few minutes to get... As you hear, do not run from me. Over and over and over. I need to make a wisdom save.
I don't trust you.
I hear you yelling at the dice.
I don't trust both.
You got a true roll in there, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's the one that's been messing me up.
Statistic, man.
That's just my luck then.
Where's that dice gel?
Is that botched or I couldn't tell?
No.
Nah, it's flat on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then 6.
You feel...
Wait, is your wisdom plus nothing?
Yeah, my
Yes.
wisdom.
You feel the sense to go to the bottom of it. To jump into the water. So you see...
I react, like, going to the edge
You
and trying
begin
to dive.
and you look over. And you begin climbing up.
Hold person.
Oh, I was going to grab her.
Okay, make a wisdom save. Make a wisdom save.
I mean,
Still
can I
grab it.
voluntarily fail?
No.
Ah.
You are being compelled to not.
Let's use the true roll and mess it. Right!
She still fails.
Okay.
So you are like hat over and you just... Coming out of Miranda's mouth is Ubrin's voice.
I've been possessed?
No.
Not quite.
So as hold person, I can pick her up and carry.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick her up and kind of
hit him.
so get her off the ledge, and she's like, "Solomon, move faster!"
We're going.
As we hear Ubrin's voice
saying, "You will return. Come home." And her eyes lock with, start looking at all of you. You will not stop me in my return.
gonna try to spell magic again.
Cover up.
How's Dissonant Whispers work?
That's 21 for dispel
Gotcha.
magic.
Don't. What? He has control of my body too.
At the moment.
Okay. You
What
whisper.
is the component? What verbal, somatic? What is it?
It's verbal.
It's verbal.
Okay, so while he's talking, that's the whisper. So you're gonna dispel it after the spell goes off.
Okay.
So
It's a wisdom save, 17 for
how many?
only one creature of your choice
You-
within
Oh.
range.
You.
Must make a wisdom save.
You. Shit.
That's only 11, which is gonna fail that. Takes 3d6 psychic damage and must use its reaction if available to move as far away from you as possible.
So you move to the other side of the boat.
Yeah.
Dispel, bitch.
It says I don't do anything dangerous, like I don't jump off the boat.
No. You just move to the other side of the boat, and you're just like.
So I'm gonna take 3d6.
It's not. It's not. He was.
Or wait, does she roll it for the
Yeah, roll it
3d6? Yeah.
It's not that it's using your spell slot. It's Ubrin casting it through you.
I'm
So,
sorry. 11.
14.
14.
The spell magic's has got a range of 120.
Oh yeah, no,
so.
dispel. It's just you get the dissonant whisper, you run away and go dispel, get out of my brain, as you're just back to normal. Her eyes at this
I'm just
point
holding you like. Oh.
were shimmering between purple, black, and red.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Miranda down and be like, "Don't do that again."
Solomon's like off the water. What is with you and water? Aren't you like made of it? Wait, no, that's Lyran. Aren't you like friends with it?
Are you like
Ooh,
friends
I
with
was
water?
born on it.
Chet will walk back over and just sort of like, are you okay?
No.
Do you
So-
want to sit down and... Okay.
During that time when your brain was being fiddled with,
Fiddled with.
you saw Ubrin.
Did he see me?
Oh,
So we were like, same room.
yeah.
Oh.
You saw Ubrin, and he was talking, and you were talking through. Like he was talking through you, but you saw him atop a massive pile of sea elf bodies that appeared to be drained of blood, as inside of an orb that was filled with said blood, you could see the ship.
Sorry, the first thing that came to mind was Sinbad.
Not quite. But yeah, you... And he was sitting there staring at it.
Okay. I am going to choose to relay this to the rest of the group.
Someone's like, well, one good thing we know is if you're possessed, technically you're not evil.
Are you implying that I was during that last bit?
No, I'm saying...
There's gotta be a way we can break
Taylor
that
can't
connection.
kill me for that. I didn't do it on purpose.
My child. Oh
What would question? Can I do either an Arcana or History to see if there's anything that Chet knows about psychic connections?
Roll me an Arcana with advantage because you know about divination. That's the only school other than
Nat
enchantment.
20.
Okay. Yeah. So for
So,
chat
yeah.
purposes, that's the only school that you get advantage on other than enchantment. Because
Makes sense.
Yeah. She tried so hard to get you to stay within her.
I know. That's why Chet likes that stuff, but yeah.
So there are different ways to... I got a nice place there. There are different ways to stop somebody. There are different magical items. There are different rituals. There are different things you can do to imbue someone or something with the power of non-detection, of non-divination. There are magical items that exist. There's a ring. There's clothes. There's a helm. There are many different things to block anyone from coming into your brain. Some people have mastered it within themselves, have mastered through different variations of magic, variations of skill and time and practice to stop individuals from being able to peer on them at any given moment, see in their brain, see where they are, know that they exist on the plane.
Okay.
Some of these things are more rare than others. Some of them grant other abilities. The easiest to probably find would be a ring.
Okay. Okay, so you could technically learn that. Okay. So
There are also different spells that shelter somebody for an unlimited amount of time.
Chet's gonna kind of turn to the group and say, so just thinking out loud here, and this isn't because I don't trust you, but just because I don't currently have a way to prevent this from happening. I don't know if it's a good idea for you to be alone.
Were we leaving her alone at some point?
No, I just meant like she was trying to jump off the ship, you know what I mean? If we hadn't been here to see that and stop her.
Sorry. Who do I get to sleep with?
Does Miranda say that?
Yes.
Chet like blushes.
Immediately, so I'm going to go and look directly at Chet.
You.
All right, so what I'm hearing, it's me. All right.
Stay with
Dad on the
whoever-
Dad. It's the dad, because he knows Soren's going to put you in his bed, and he's going to sleep on the floor.
What do you say?
Chet would say whoever you're comfortable with, but I don't think it's a good idea to leave you alone in this situation.
I mean, so...
who are you comfortable with?
In terms of protection, Soren. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Solomon's like heartbroken. I'm protected. I'm good at protecting
Solomon's
from
gonna
you.
look at Chet and just be like,
Kind of feels wrong to sleep with the baby of the group, though.
Valid point.
it's fine. It's fine.
No, that's okay.
In that
Whatever
defense,
she
whatever
feels
she can
most
dish out,
comfortable
I
with.
am the most likely to be able to take.
Exactly. I think that's smart.
Well, actually, it raises a question. Who has the best defense against psychic damage?
Solomon's going to be like,
I mean, that would be me. He's the strongest.
So,
and
if
I'm
in the
here
middle of the
too, I
night-
guess. Solomon just spoke to you guys.
So if in the middle of the night I'm possessed and forced to go jump over the boat, you'd be able to hold me back.
Catch
Hold
you.
you physically,
But if it
hold
was
you
an
with
attack,
magic.
yeah.
We could hold you with magic. Chet most likely has...
I can also
Begrudgingly.
alarm a door, anybody's door, doesn't matter whose, to give off a mental click to wake somebody up. Or, well, to wake me up, at least.
Is it possible to do that on multiple doors?
It's as long
They're
as...
probably not close enough together, no.
Yeah,
No, it would really be
Soren
one
has
door.
seen Cal do that.
Soren is very... He doesn't know how to do it, but he knows what it does and how it
Yeah,
works.
he was like, well, it usually comes down to the length you go through
To a certain degree.
it. To a certain degree.
Whatever makes you feel the safest and most confident in yourself, that's going to be our best bet, would be my honest opinion.
What would Miranda do?
I would like to flip a coin.
Okay, so we'll do... The Coin of Destiny. So,
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's my Nordic coin.
what is what? Pick a side. And
There's the raven and the boat.
so what's the boat? What's the raven?
I kind of feel like Soren would be the boat.
Okay.
So Soren's the
I
boat,
Soren boat,
Flipping
because he
boat.
big. Chet's
Soren
small.
boat.
and then is Chet the raven?
Yes.
So flip it and let it land on the ground.
It's
Let
not
it
beneath you.
Let it land on the ground immediately.
It
Sticks
is
in.
boat.
Well,
Oh.
I sleep
smacked
with...
it, but all right. I was gonna just let it be a pure flip, but you smacked it.
No, I was trying to grab it. I was like, no, don't react.
Instincts kicked in.
If we're
I'm not
sticking
a
with the fact
rogue.
that even though she smacked it and it counts, then it would be Soren.
Okay, so stay with Soren. I'll alarm your door. That way, if you happen to get out and he doesn't notice, I'll know.
Okay.
And don't worry, you can have the bed. It is a rather large bed, so hopefully you'll be comfortable.
Also, I can have Squidge in there.
Squidge would be welcome.
Squidge is still up.
A mouse.
Yeah, but I mean, it can be whatever the hell you want it to be.
Squidge pops out of nowhere.
Well, Squidge is, around. You scared
I'll
Squidge.
take it as a snake.
Squidge is like, yes!
Oh, okay. Give me
Spend
like 10
burn
minutes.
some incense, do it all, and just you see Squidge curl up.
I kind of feel like a snake is more calming at this point.
Immediately
Because you're still heartbroken.
wraps his tiny body around his tiny neck and just tail on one side, head on the other. You have a boa.
Yeah, so it's an extra set of eyes. If for whatever reason we have things covered. I would hate for something to happen to you.
Wait, you can turn into a bat.
Yeah,
I won't do that.
Do it again.
Just
I
keep
can.
do it
Use
again.
one of your remaining incense.
Turn to a
do
possum.
it again.
I know. I was gonna say I
Turn to a
don't think
bear.
I have
What?
all
No.
that many incense left.
You have two.
It just didn't pop up in my mind until afterwards. I was like, oh, they're not
How many days has this been at this point?
This would take
4?
you.
We're on day 4 right now?
No. This would have taken you day 2.5.
Okay.
You still have
Okay.
2.5 more. Because it's right in the middle of where you guys are headed.
Okay, so
You guys are moving like 200 miles a day, roughly. Whee! No, it actually isn't that much.
It's a boat.
Yeah, it's a boat flying through the air. 200 miles a day, not that much. You can go 200 miles in 4 hours in a car.
Oh, at some point during these days, I'm going to unattune to my Wand of War Mage and attune to the Wand of Winter.
Yep. The Wand of Winter. Well, they're all your really cool +1 to everything.
Yeah, but Wand of Winter. Have you seen it?
Yes, I'm the one that gave it to you.
It's real nice.
Have you seen it? I gave it to you. So have you seen it?
No, I just randomly said do the Wand of Winter.
It's real good.
Would you like to explain what it does?
Yes, so the Wand of Winter, as I just clicked off the page. It has 8 charges, 4 charges of Ice Storm, 1 charge of Ray of Frost, and 3 charges of Sleet Storm.
No, that's how many charges it takes.
Oh, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's got
that's
7 charges. So I can
Each
I
thing-
can do different
one,
things.
yeah, you can
depending.
do 1, 4, and then
Yeah.
2, like the 3.
Sorry, that confused me.
Yeah.
So it regains 1d6 plus 1 extended charges every day. If I expend the last charge on a day, I roll a d20, and on a natural 20, the wand melts away, forever destroyed.
That's the one time you don't want a 20.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No components are required.
you can just cast those spells. So Chet's got a whole lot more
Spelly.
Yeah, a whole lot more weaponized.
Cold. Okay, Mr. Freeze.
Kind of.
Ice to meet you.
So,
What killed the goblins? The Ice Age.
I hate you. So, during the last 2.5 days, what would you like to do?
Soren will try to make any stay Miranda has in his room as comfortable as possible.
2.5 days you have nightmares during your trance where you just have to chill for 4 hours. You spend the 4 hours in Soren's room, but during that trance you can't really focus. You get the long rest, but barely, only because you have enough time to sit there and just...
At any point, if Soren sees it, he's going to do his best to try and tuck her in. And,
Oh no, trance. She just sits there meditating. Like, she
that's
can
true.
lay on the bed just
I
meditating.
think he can still wrap a blanket around her shoulder.
You'd be asleep for most of it.
I said if he comes across it, because it might, she might go in her trance earlier than he goes to bed, and vice versa.
So, you have a wonderful time dealing with that for 2.5 days, or 2 days, 2 nights.
At some point during these days, Chet is going to have a one-sided conversation with Corellin.
Roll religion.
We'll see how one-sided it is.
10. It's one-sided.
Oh no!
He's just gonna be like sitting there in his room, like just sitting on the floor with his hat like on his knees, like, man, this whole week's just been a mess. Like, first I've messed things up with Morena, and then we let the thing out of the box, and that was bad. I got some cool spells, but still, like, 2 people died, and that real sucked. And then she's got some mind flayer guy that's like spying on her, and I don't know how to take care of that. Like, he's just babbling, like, more or less.
You normally feel like you're just talking out into the ether, but due to everything that's happened, you feel like you've talked to him. Normally you're talking to him in a
Right.
very broad sense. This time you're focused more on talking to him.
Yeah.
While I'm doing my meditating, I'm going to have a token in my hand, the one I remembered my parents by.
Aw. It's adorable. Roll me an Arcana with advantage.
You now burst into flames.
You're hoping that
I was like, oh
Please
no,
be
is this
nothing,
going to be bad?
Please be
Shit.
nothing, please be nothing, please be nothing.
Arcana, yeah, 17.
For a moment, even though you were young, you had your parents hold your hands. And while you're holding them together, you feel as if your mother and father are clasping their hands around yours. And your hands are warm.
It's the only thing that helps her get that long rest.
Yeah. So after everyone, has their time, Solomon's gonna commute with Baylor, obviously.
No.
What?
I won't speak for Chris and Solomon, but just imagine you two got a long discussion about Paylor and thinking about your actions and, maybe not throwing spells in crowded cities.
Or jumping over walls.
I'm kind of
without
wish
looking
Chris
under
was
the
here
sun.
because I would love to RP that out.
Unfortunately.
About, maybe that Chet's like, yeah, no, I made a dumb decision, but the thing is we should always own up to our dumb decisions. And admit when we're wrong and have done something stupid. But Chris isn't here, so
We'll imagine you say that. and
we'll imagine that we had a little spat.
He gets dejected by that.
Make sure you check over walls before you jump over them.
Someone goes, why am I here?
Like, how do you guys even know?
They
I
know
just
because you
want
showed them.
That's true, the memory, yeah. Wait, someone would have left that part out. That had no prominent...
And during this trip, Chet is going to try different things to try to comfort Morena. a
Okay,
little bit,
so let's do that. Well, I will roll for Solomon and Jesus. I was so close to an at 20. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
You're like, oh no, not more.
You just praise the Baylor.
Praise
So
the
you two
Praise the Lord.
RP away. Like all of you, because you guys have days together.
I imagine that since, she's spending the nights with Soren, that during the day,
Are you
like,
courting her?
what do you
Or
mean?
comforting her?
I'm trying to make sure she's okay.
That does not answer my question.
Comfort or courting?
I'm trying.
Oh, darling.
I'm trying to comfort.
You need so much.
Okay,
Hey,
comfort. Okay, that changes the focus. I'm just making sure.
Trying to comfort.
get hurt to clarify.
Chet's not a total dog, all right?
What you need is a man.
No, not like
You need
that.
a strong
Chet's
man.
more like-
Maybe
Chet's
not
more
that
like,
strong. There's something about too strong.
How are you doing
Leave someone
today?
alone.
Like, did you meditate okay? You need some hot chocolate or something? Have you ever had hot chocolate?
You have.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Does the ship have hot chocolate? Does it have chocolate?
That's a good question.
This is a good start. Does it have chocolate? Okay, great.
Making promises.
Can it make it hot chocolate? Great. I'll get her some hot chocolate.
So as you walk up, you're like, okay, hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate. You look around. You do find a pantry with sweets.
But can he make hot
You
chocolate?
didn't have to.
Okay.
Which is probably good. Well, you can make chili, so.
As you look at the hot chocolate, you pick up the chocolate and you go like, huh. It is chocolate with a little bit of chili infused in it, so it's a little bit hotter. But makes for perfect hot chocolate. If you've not had hot chocolate made with spice chocolate, do yourself a favor. Do it. Warms the soul.
I didn't know that was actually.
It's
Yeah.
a thing. It's really good.
There's like chocolate with like chili in it.
It's so good. Especially hot chocolate. Correct hot chocolate. So you go and you're like, how does this work? And Solomon walks over and goes, what are you trying to make?
Trying to make hot chocolate.
Pulls out cups. Pulls out a pan. Puts chocolate in a pan. Do we have any cream or milk? And just... Oh. And he begins... He sets it up so then the ship does what it does.
Oh, that's neat.
Cooks it. Doesn't plate it for you.
That's
But
fine.
It makes the hot chocolate into the
I
perfect...
think I can handle like ladling out some chocolate and putting it in a cup. Do you need me to sleight of hand that?
You made it a thing.
Oh, look at that, 17.
You throw it out the window. Some poor citizen traveling just...
Friend!
Warner fraud! So you ladle it properly. You do everything. There's enough left over for Soren and Solomon.
I'll make them some too.
Solomon's standing there. He's like, first cup you pour. Thank you.
Yeah,
Walks away.
Soren waits his turn. I imagine Soren's already at the table, like, eating reading his
he'll
book.
just like pick up the 3 cups, stop by where Soren is, drop off 1 cup.
Food.
This is... You have not had hot chocolate.
No, I lived in hot places.
Yeah, it depends on the year.
But
Yeah.
I would probably not know that.
So you give hot chocolate. Is it just a brown hot drink? It's very it's thick and rich and creamy from what you can tell, but you have no idea what it is. You heard hot chocolate, and you're just like, what?
You're like, oh, no,
Is that like mead?
It gloops. What is this?
and then I'll bring over the hot chocolate for you.
Solomon's just looking at you, looking at the drink. Drink it. It's wonderful. It is choice. It is, as you drink it, you've never had it before, but it gives you that sensation of not the thrill of battle, but like that heat of like something unknown and new. From literally the heat of the warmth of the chocolate, the spice, and it's something new. It just kind of invigorates you. You're kind of like, oh my god, this is really good. Too bad the cup's only like.
It's a shot glass.
Now, I guess here's the real question. Since Chet had asked, do you tell him about the nightmares or anything?
That's where you two can. You bring back the hot chocolate and you give it. That's where you two can talk.
Okay, so that's what you asked.
Yeah, how you've been meditating as you don't sleep.
I've had nightmares.
You want to talk about them? You don't.
Sure.
Okay. All right. You'll hit me with them. I'm here.
I don't know what kind of nightmares.
You relay that the nightmares are Ubrin doing, as your brain begins to comprehend more and more what happened, you realize Ubrin did experiments on you in your sleep. And through your subconscious and your awakened mind, you're able to relay and remember these things where he wasn't experimenting with your body, he was doing your brain. So you see him coming over and cutting into you and then healing it perfectly and transferring things. You remember the worst nightmare was you remember the mind slug that he put into you, that you pushed out of you whenever you first pulled your way out of the abyss. And that kept going on loop.
So what is a mind slug exactly?
A mind slug is a thing that turns people into mind flayers. It's a tiny thing that I go into your brain. Whenever it takes root, you turn into my thrall, and then you turn into a mind flayer.
Would Chet have understood the mind slug?
Roll.
History?
Yeep.
Yeah. It's over 20.
You've never seen one in action, you've never seen one in person, you just know that what mind flayer do.
Got it.
And I just want to clarify, this is a conversation they're having in private.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm just double checking.
Soren and Solomon are having their own conversation.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. I'll get to that in a minute.
I don't know.
Well,
I kind of figured I was next to Soren.
Yeah, I thought we were
because
kinda
when-
all
If he
together.
left to go make hot
You're
chocolate, I
already
would
up on the
stay
main
with-
deck.
He left to go make it and bring it back to you, so you're somewhere else.
Right, but
Chatwin.
in that moment he left. I thought I would have been.
No, this is in the morning.
See, because I was thinking that we would all been in the same like common area.
I was thinking as she was alone. Because you said when you go up to Miranda whenever she's alone.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
you did
did
say.
I?
Yeah, you said go up to her and she's
Oh,
alone.
I just. Okay.
So she could be in Soren's room still.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
Soren is not there.
Soren is eating.
Okay, so
He's hungry. He gotta eat 5 times a day. Wow.
He's hungry. Feeding time. For the Soren.
Feed the thorn.
It was just you two.
Okay.
So yeah, you relay that back, and
And you know about the mind slip then.
I mean, I've never seen one, but I know what they are generally. We're gonna do everything we can to make sure that he can't get to you.
That makes me feel better.
Well, good, because I don't want anything to happen to you.
I guess we sit in silence after that.
Miranda's like
because I already said my
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting drinking your hot chocolate is very comforting. While on top, Solomon sits down across from Soren.
Soren eats, drinks, and reads his book.
So, I want to know more about this.
Well, you see, a boy Goliath and a girl Goliath love each other very much. They get together in a tribe. He said this!
This, as you just blank this.
Well, when one boy Goliath comes of age,
Yes.
his beard starts to grow.
As you can see, he just goes, I'm covered in fur. This.
Well, maybe you didn't know that much about the Goliaths. I'm just verifying.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm quite fine, yes.
Is more going to happen?
I have no idea.
Payload. Alright.
Soren will give him kind of a quick explanation. He boiling it down to like Odin, say hi. He do this. Nothing seems to be affected. Give book.
He's going to like log talk to the boat. Please don't take my eye.
No.
That's a... oh God. So hypothetically, you worship Thor, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna lean back. Do you think Thor could take Pelor in a fight?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
He would gladly take him in a fight, as in like you would gladly.
Except that, no, I mean, do you think it'd win?
That is not for someone as me to say. I mean, I would like to think so, but if anything, if he were to, let's say, when they were to fight, and Thor were to lose, he would then call upon the wrath of all the other gods from Asgard, which I don't know if that would work well for him.
It's a good thought idea about it. You know, I have to say, Pelor would win everything. I mean, look.
Yes, he made a nice boat, yes.
Didn't take my eye.
Yes, but he also didn't gift you with that after taking the eye. Sometimes sacrifices are needed. Odin sacrificed his eye for the knowledge, which brought us the runes, which was given to the giants, which was given to Goliaths.
Wait. And as you say that, Solomon's like, wait, he lost the eye to get the knowledge, to give to someone, to give to someone, to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I wouldn't mind talking to Thor one day.
He's a good chat, yes.
Will he hit me?
Maybe in jest, but I mean, I hit people for jest too.
I wonder if I can take it. He'll put his hand down.
You want to arm wrestle currently?
If I can do a good job against you, I think I can take a punch.
Roll for damage.
No.
Roll for
It's
arm
a
breakage.
strength.
Athletics.
Athletics. That is 25.
He puts up a good fight, but you beat him.
He tried real hard.
What the hell? Oh, you guys both have a +9, but you roll a lot better than he did. So yeah, you beat him. He's like, ah.
Yeah, it came down to the roll because we're both +9 for that.
Yeah. One day I'll beat you.
Quite possibly. I've seen a human god defeat my father in an arm wrestling contest.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? You want to explain?
Yeah, well, we're about to go and meet this guy in the capital, so don't mess with him.
What's his name?
It's Devin. Good old Devin.
Hey, Devin's the guy from your memory. Guy who's sick?
Yes. But don't let that stop him.
I mean, I wouldn't. I just feel like he's maybe not being the
First
best
time I met
person.
him, he punched someone, they ragdolled across the town. It was, yeah, don't mess with Devin.
At that point, he's going to be like, you guys doing okay down there?
Let me avoid this conversation.
He's like, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Or you do. Wait, I shouldn't have answered for you. That was rude.
It's on the loudspeaker.
It's on the intercom.
Go to the intercom.
Yeah, I'll have 2 cheeseburgers.
What is happening? So
Yeah, get some exotic sausages, please.
Exotic various sausages.
Does this ship have exotic sausages?
no, it does not.
Various ones.
Okay,
I'll
that's
give you the
official.
exotic
The other ship is better.
This one from a 5-star Airbnb.
Well, with no exotic sausages, I am out.
Come on, Baylor. Aren't
Ate
you
them all
exotic?
Paylor can't even come up with some nice exotic sausages. You know who could probably pull up some
Cool.
exotic
Banana.
sausages? Thor probably could. I bet Thor loves exotic meat.
This is all happening. It's canon now. So I'm gonna go. Come on!
It's not speaking to that. That ought to piss him off.
That's not fair. He gave us everything else.
Oh,
Which, by the way, you noticed that he gave you enough food for a week.
Oh, so we're running low.
Yeah, so you have 2 days. Come on. He didn't know you wanted that.
He didn't ask. What, am I lying?
I was about to say the exact same thing.
You guys are hating on Paylor for no reason.
Who's hating on Paylor? We're just saying he didn't ask about if we wanted exotic sausages.
Well, no, I won't say that.
What?
Okay, so if you're going to say now, off the record, what were you...
He's a douche!
Alright, now back on the record.
I am grateful, Baylor.
Thanks, Sunday. So as you guys...
It's like brother, and Sunday.
As you guys on the last day of the trip, you make it around when it's beginning to get evening to the outside of the capital. The capital of Iverstead. Which is, or Iverstort, sorry.
I say there's another R in there.
Yeah, Iverstort. Right there in the nice middle of a very, very large woods.
As we're approaching, do we see other airships anywhere?
Yep.
Alright.
You begin, and when you get within about 20 miles, you see 2 airships come up from a station outside. The city is gargantuan in size. If you were to walk, you would spend probably half of your day going from one end to the next. Like, from one end of the city to the next. You could not get around that city easily. You'll spend most of your day traveling through the city. If you're on foot. Cart, different. There are different means you don't know that. But,
Magical trolleys.
so, they come up and you just see someone going, "Stop moving!"
Solomon, stop the ship. And I'll kind of walk towards the front of the bow.
What's Chet doing?
Chet's gonna let Soren take this one. This his people.
I put myself in like as much visible, hands up, like no weapons thrown. It's just like hello.
What's that face for?
Do I need a help?
They will come up next and they'll lay down planks next to it and they'll walk across because it's kind of you guys are like locked in orbit together.
Yeah.
You see half work with once again the royal armor come across, helmet not on but holding. What business do you have?
Hello, I am Storm Thunderfist of the Stormbreakers. We have several items of business to do in the capital, one of which is we do have a summons to...
You have the summons on you?
I should, because Cal would have given it.
Yes, yeah.
Because Cal
I was like, wait, did I?
Yeah, I did. So I would have pulled it. Yes.
Right. How many people do you have declared going into the city?
There's me, 2, 3... 4, including myself, sir.
All right. Everyone please form a line.
All right.
Search them. As you have people come by and searching you and patting.
Oh, it's a pouch of chili.
What is this?
It's chili. You want to try some? It's real good.
Oh no! It's like elbow deep in a pouch.
Yeah, I got a lot of chili in there.
Magic.
Chet's like,
Have you ever seen a bag of holding? It appears to be quite similar to that.
See him just press the tape.
it's good chili.
I don't doubt it. I will need you to claim that. Please fill out this form. Any other magical items you have, please fill out.
I'm assuming I still have squidge around me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I must. And he's going to pat you down.
I'll whisper, be nice, Squidge. Be nice.
Doesn't find anything. Do you even have?
Doesn't
any?
find anything
Because
to
the
his
sword
liking.
is the sword's the ring. Yeah.
Yeah, and the ring. So yeah, to literally give 2 rings on, and it's just.
He's gonna see some Molotovs and
Oh, not on you.
vodka whiskey.
Right now you don't have
perfume.
that on you. I don't.
Those are in
imagine.
your room.
Those imagine you're not traveling.
I thought I would carry them.
You carry bottles.
I carry the vodka whiskey.
Oh, that's different. The perfume. So he's gonna pick it up and go.
Pay no attention.
What do you? Anything you'd like to tell me about before I start?
You want me to? It's notify just magical items, correct?
Indeed.
As far as, when I have my,
Any magical items that aren't your weaponry?
Oh, I have a
Drops
lantern.
pile after pile after pile after
Please
pile.
claim that.
Okay. And
Anything else?
I wear a ring of jumping from my friend's grandmother.
That should be fine.
Okay.
You see his eyes are glowing currently, so he can see magic items.
He's
just-
singing for line.
You just want to see how trustworthy.
Exactly.
Do I
Is
have any money?
Is your feeder magic?
Oh yeah, I would also wear more jewelry.
Oh, so we know defeat him. He needs to eat like 5 times a day.
Sort of kind of roll his eyes.
He's
Like,
gonna look at him and go, right. Eating.
yes.
I mean, it's
I know what that is.
is that what that's not for?
I know what that is. No, it's not for that.
Oh.
And you, you're just like, wait, how do you know?
With his special eyes.
Walks over to Solomon. Oh. I was just like, a lot of me.
Everything I'm wearing right now is technically.
Basically, he'll be walking naked.
The shield, the mace, the bracelet, the
armor.
armor.
Oh yeah, the bracelet.
Oh, the bracelets.
Oh, he knew. He could see the bracelets.
Okay, but I wanted to make sure you told him about that.
Please claim all these magical items.
Fair enough.
It's just for purposes of if something goes wrong and you're at fault, we can tell you're lying. We must just conduct the rest of a check of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be on your way.
Would you like me to give you a tour?
The head guard is just leaning back, like on the railing. Go on. Go show. He's pointing to you.
Okay. I now lead him around.
He's like, this isn't ringing.
I'll stay on the deck just so it doesn't seem like we're gonna like jump. Well, at
Don't
least
leave her
one
alone
person's
either.
kind of standing there.
Yeah. You go around. Is there anything? What did you just take around?
I'm taking him around. I'm kind of keeping an eye on him. Just
So he's gonna ask to see every room.
Yeah.
So you go and he's gonna see the. What are you laughing about?
Sorry.
He's like in her panty drawer or something. Yes, magical items I see. I
Oh, these are dangerous magical items.
Stop it! A lot of you.
It's becoming very much an anime.
So if he goes around, he will see the spell books. Those are yours, correct?
Oh yeah.
Wizard.
All right.
Well, I'm working on making them.
Good show. Good show.
That's right.
Jolly good.
You do it too?
I dabble.
Oh, cool.
Thank you. What school did you go to?
Oh, enchantment.
No, not what school you practice. Where did you learn?
Oh, what's the name? Well, I know it's probably in my notes somewhere, but in case you haven't seen my notes page,
Control F5.
it's like a bajillion
It would be
things long.
technically because you studied in Icarith. It would be the Royal Academy of Icarith. That's it.
Yes, I was trained at the Royal Academy in Icarith.
You're a bulldog.
What is your? You're one of them griffins. Well, the mighty immigrants.
That's what I was waiting
No.
for. Like
you'll-
school rivalry.
He's gonna mage hand the door closed. So what's your business in the capital?
Oh, honestly, I'm part of the Stormbreakers, and they got a summons, so I guess I got a summons too. Look, I get the feeling that some people here don't appreciate people who come from where I come from, but
Indeed.
if anything, I want to try to reassure you that I have no nefarious
Stick
business.
his hand out. On your bond as a scholar.
On my bond as a scholar, no nefarious business.
That's when you notice Zone of Truth has been cast.
Yeah. All right. Open the door. How is this powered? I need to see that.
Would Chet know how
Oh, it's the same place.
Okay, so
You take it down
Chet
to the
will
engine-
take
the
it down
engine
the
room.
engine.
Would you walk through the first time you've been down there? Because why would you care to go down there? The altar to Palor.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, our clerics got friends and places, you know.
Noted. Lifts it up. Oh! Alright. Everything seems to be in order. Pip, pip. Do let your friend know that it might not be best to take those Molotov cocktails into the city.
I will
I won't
surely
confiscate them.
I will
but-
surely let her know.
You did find evil medical.
I'll let her know. Is there a good place where we could dock the ship?
Yes, since you've had a royal summons, we actually docking your ship inside of the guards' quarters in their area of town.
Oh.
Or the city.
Great.
While we're doing that, Sword's asking the other side of the So, where would you like us to? Is the first time visiting would like to park?
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the north side of town. On the north side of town, do not fly over the city. It's a no-fly zone for anyone who's not part of the guards. You're gonna need to go around the city. You're gonna be on the north side. You will be met with more people. Please be lower to the ground so it is easier. But we will dock your ship in one of our areas, and that'll be where it is. And since you got a royal summons, it'll be paid for. Don't worry.
Oh, cool.
But it will take time for you to be able to leave, so don't try and run, because we won't let you.
They couldn't imagine getting away. I mean, look, we just show up. And here you guys are.
Indeed. Any other questions? Do you have anything? Alright.
Solomon. It's gonna be like, where's the nearest church of Palor?
There are many different sites that you can worship your deity.
It's like he's doing like a rehearsal.
It's like a speech.
Welcome to the city.
What you're gonna do if you're gonna go to the main church is you're gonna go to the northeastern quadrant of the city, and inside is the very religious sect of the area. Go there, show your pendant, you'll be allowed in. Are you done?
He's just gonna like yell down.
Get me the
Are
hell
you
out of
done
here.
yet?
As you coming up with him.
I just have one more question, actually. Seeing as I'm not from here. Are there any customs I should know about? I don't want to inadvertently offend people.
Don't tell people where you're from.
All right. What if it's another guard though? I don't want to lie to y'all.
So, well, show them this.
All
And
right.
it just says, guard, his number, Michelson,
Okay.
with the stamp of approval.
Thank
Here on Royal Summons.
I greatly appreciate it. I'll make sure that
Don't
she leaves them.
lose it.
Of course. Tuck it up. Put it in my shirt pocket. Button it.
All right. You
Sticks it in his
Come on.
bra. Wait, what?
you head back up. We're done. You can leave.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Enjoy your time in Airstord. Don't travel. And it is a pleasure to have the Stormbreakers with us. As they all get off.
As they leave. Don't bring in those Molotovs.
Those fireballs.
He knew about them. Just saying.
All right, Solomon, you got the directions. You know where to take us.
So he did go through my drawers. Because that's where I would have hidden them.
Yes.
Because he was like, oh, there's magic coming from there.
You just checked everything.
You can check every drawer. You're like, okay, do you have drugs? Do you have
It's not like you went
explosives?
through and was like, oh, what are these? It was kind of like,
What are these? I have no idea.
yep.
Hey, dip you.
As they peel off and land back down. As you look, you're 20 miles out. But this is technically within limit of the royal territory. So it's smaller farming towns, but in a 20-mile circle is, does that make sense? It's large redwood, like a sprawling, but you can see pockets where there's no trees. Just a 20-mile circle around it is just sprawling of the royal, like the immediate royal territory. So as you're flying, you see there are various villages. You see the clear paths, the nice roads, the individual things around, because you're flying above the trees. You can't really fly through them. You're flying above the trees, but this thick, dense redwood, you can only imagine everything inside. None of you would know really what the capital's like. You don't really study it in school. Marina, you definitely wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have cared. And Solomon never learned anything. So you're flying over an area that is the most drastic difference than anything you've been through before. You have forests, but nothing like this dense and this big. You are way above these trees, like above the ground. The smell of fall as the leaves of the redwood and everything hit your nose, as you have definitely changed scenery from where you were. You are no longer near anything that you knew, anything that you know of, anything like that. You take the time you've definitely slowed down and not been like over. But as you go around the northeast, where the religious sector is, you take your distance out, but as Solomon's told it where to go, he's looking out, seeing if he can see anything, and you all see massive churches. The church that you were in the other city is big, but this is massive. Churches are sprawling high as a redwood tree. There are the city seems alive still. It's evening, so it should be alive, but as you look, you see various modes of transportation. You see people with horses and carts and people walking. You see this place is multi-leveled. There's a level for there's the walking paths. There's the cart paths. You do see a magical sort of rail system where people are getting on and going at a much faster speed through and around, being able to take different turns that most people couldn't take. Most things. This is piqued Chet's interest. From what you've heard about Erotos, it's not nearly as magically advanced. But now you're getting the sense that all the magical advancement is in this city. It does not leave the city. And as you look, you're familiar with rudimentary rail systems like this. This is above what people speculated could exist. Inside the city, going around, there are smaller ones that lift up and go up and over an area and go back and forth between large gaps. The rail cars aren't that big. They can hold, as you see when you go past, because you're taking a slower way around, they can hold maybe 20 people at most as they go through. And there are different ones they have emblazoned with sponsorships on the side. All of them say the Royal City. It is a sight to behold. It is a mixture of wonderful duality tones between the light and dark stone with metal and cogs and clockwork as it should be. Not organic. This is clockwork in the sense of just mechanical happenings. You notice there are various steam vents going. No one seems, even though it's fall and you know it to be cold out because it's fall and you can guess the temperature. It's getting about 50s, mid-50s at this time of year. You notice that no one's wearing coats. The entire city at this close seems to be well maintained heat-wise. As if there are, from what you can surmise, Chet, from all the steam vents happening, there are large boilers somewhere in the city, multiple of them, creating an area that doesn't really change weather. It seems to be a static, constant, prime production weather. Everything, all the conditions are there for constant production output. But you don't know what. You notice in the distance there is what you can appear to be a lot like larger open areas where you see people training and fighting as you get closer to the guard area, and you see a mass army stationed here in the city. As you look around, as you begin your final descent into the city, the ships do come up and direct you where to go. You notice there, as you're coming in, there's somebody waiting for you. Sitting in a wheelchair, covered with a blanket. As you come in and dock, Devin is waiting. And he has an attendant with him, a female elf who's with him, holding it, and they're looking up at you, as he's just like, Stormbreakers! Stormbreakers! As you guys dock and settle in, the guards gesture for you to roll down bring out your gangplank and put it down as they lock it in, and you see various spellcasters stand and begin to pull metal fixtures that catch your boat and clamp it into place and lock it. You are on the 4th level of a massive area. There's about 30 other ships. You're on the 4th level. There's one level above you, and there's more below you. So Stormbreakers, what do you do?
We get off.
Take it, you know that guy?
That would be Devin. And I guess Sorn will start heading down the gangplank to Devin.
He's like, as you look at him, it's been, it's been over a month since you saw him. But last time you saw him, he was damaged.
Right.
He has both of his hands.
Yeah.
Yay!
One seems a little more scarred and put together. The other one is, as it should be, but this one definitely has seen
Better days.
better days. Both of his gauntlets are still. His face, though, is looking more withered, and he's looking a lot more tired. You know him. He was like mid-30s when you met him. He looks like he's getting up into 50s right now, as he's sitting there. How you doing?
And Sorn will kneel down and hug Devin. like
Yeah.
points in this chair.
You big glug.
Hey, Devin.
Glad you made it. Where's everybody? Where's Leon? Where's Cal? Where's Liren?
It's been a eventful month.
And that is where we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you guys so much for being here. I can't wait for the next session for you have to
Explain everything!
everything. So thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be back next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Monday, play session on YouTube. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, maybe nothing. And Friday, play session.
So thank you guys again. Thank you guys for being here. We are cooking into it. If you guys thought something was about to happen, there's going to be a lot of stuff about to happen. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.